Yeah. And my nanny's like, but it was good, wasn't it? I was like, it sure was. I was like, but I'm never doing it again. She's silent. She's like, you say that all the time. I'm like, I know.
I hope you feel better.
Thank you. Thank you. On Monday, I find out for sure because they only gave me a 60% of what the baby's gonna be. So yeah, on Monday, I find out what for sure what the baby's gonna be. So I'm like so excited. Thank you.
You're welcome. Hey, Queen Renee, Mr. Phil. Hello, hello. Hi, everyone.
Okay.
It's now 6:30.
I was glad Renee turned that light on because I was gonna mess with her and say, where you at with the blue light stuff on?
She over there in the dark.
Sorry.
You have to take the hand you've been dealt and make the most of it. Nothing that's happened to you has stopped your destiny. That person that did you wrong, they walked away. It may have been painful, but they didn't ruin your life. They don't have that much power. If they could stop God's plan, they would be bigger than God. Don't let one bad break, one injustice, one difficult season cause you to be sour, have a chip on your shoulder. When my father went to be with the Lord, I lost my best friend. I had worked with him day in and day out for 17 years. We'd traveled the world together. Suddenly he was gone. I was tempted to think, God, where are you? This isn't fair. Why did this happen? When we go through loss, things we don't understand, that victim mentality will always come knocking at the door. We have to make the choice. Are we going to live bitter, discouraged, thinking we're a victim of our circumstances? We're a victim of the loss, a victim of this unfair boss, a victim of this pandemic? Or are we going to believe that God is in control, that He's ordering our steps, that His plans for us are for good? Instead of having a victim mentality, switch over to a victor mentality. That bad break is not how your story ends. The loss, the sickness, the injustice is not going to limit the rest of your life. God said in Isaiah, He will pay you back double for the unfair things that have happened. If you're going to see the double, you have to know that God is going to make it up to you. It may be unfair, but God is a just God. He saw what happened. He knows who hurt you, what you lost, what you're struggling with. He's not going to just bring you out, He's going to bring you out better. Get rid of that victim mentality. Quit dwelling on who hurt you, what you lost. You're not a victim. God always causes you to triumph. That bad break wasn't fair. You didn't like it, but what you can't see is it set you up for double. That boss that overlooked you, you didn't get the credit. You could feel like a victim. No, get ready. God's going to make it up to you. That set you up for promotion, increase, favor that you wouldn't have seen if that had not have happened. And here's the key. Nobody can make you be a victim. They can do things that are not fair. You can go through things you don't like, you don't understand, but none of that can force you to have a victim mentality. You have to give permission to become a victim. You have to make that choice. I'm at a disadvantage. This bad break has stopped my future. I'm asking you to not give permission. Don't allow that victim mentality to enter your thinking. When unfair things happen, thoughts will whisper, just your luck, another bad break. You're scarred now. Life will always be difficult. That's when you have to dig down deep and say, no thanks. I refuse to be a victim. I refuse to live bitter, angry, thinking that I've been shortchanged. I know God is still on the throne. I know He didn't bring me this far to leave me. What was meant for my harm, He's turning to my advantage. Thanks so much for watching today. If you want to see the full message, click.
All righty. I wanted to start because we have a lot to talk about, a whole lot. What we're going to do for the next 6 weeks, Talisha has a permission to have her camera off. The rest of y'all do not. What we're going to talk about for the next 6 weeks, so it's the next 6 times we come together as we live and breathe, is right is not equal to blessed. Produced it last week. So in the next couple of minutes, you're going to rewrite your letters. I told you last week, everybody's going to do it twice. A 6-week examination on why you're not living all your dreams. Some are going to avoid this assignment. And avoidance is a huge part of why you are not living your dreams. But before we write our letters, can someone tell me the purpose of life?
To be happy.
Okay, the purpose of life is to be happy. I'm assuming you're saying to be happy in your own incarnation and what you want to do with your life.
Yeah, like no matter what, just be happy. Like God, from the studies that I've done, he never wanted us to be sad or broken or have low self-esteem, low self-image, have hate and anger. He never wanted that. He he created us to be happy. Like,
What if I'm happy hurting you? Is that okay?
oh,
The
I
truth
can't
is,
I can't
no.
control you. I can control
Well,
my happiness though.
6 weeks from now, actually 26 weeks from now, you will understand me by and by. But 26 weeks from now, you will know that if I want to hurt Fabi all the days of my life, I am living the highest expression of myself. But that's taking out too fast right now. Also, you will also know 26 weeks from now that if Fabi keeps letting me hurt her, she is living the highest expression of herself because she's attracting me. Because I can do nothing in her life that she is not calling forth in her life. But that's too fast. And you're not going to like that much. Okay, I just got a message from Trey Nace. Apparently, Grace Trey Nace told you the camera's off. No problem.
Yes, she's driving.
Told me. Well, you driving folk, don't die. You driving folk, don't die. But Tracy, come on in. Sandra, if you ain't at work, come on in. Talisha, you got it. Now, it's at this point in the class, I will be removing people from class as part of the process. It just happens as part of the process. So right now, all of you get your pen and paper, unless you're driving. Get your pen and paper. Tracy, you driving, you cut your camera off, unless you're not distracted. All of you get your pen and paper, and I want you to think about the person who hurt you the worst, the person who hurt you the most, the situation. It may be the same as last week. You may have new pain. You may think, well, my name is Antonio Teasman Jr., and I don't have to listen to that. Then you're going to miss God's blessings, but that's on you. You will be attracting the perfect reality of your life. If you just join us, I start off with Joel Osteen, 3-minute clip about not being the victim of your life. I also use an example that if I decide to hurt Fabi every day of my life, I am living the highest expression of myself. What I did not say, Otis, because I knew I was going to take you out too fast. And God will not be mad at that. See, I knew I was going to take you out too fast if I said that. So I didn't say that. I left it out. And if Fabi allows me to hurt her every day of her life, Fabi is attracting, calling forth that experience. The truth is, my friends, every day I get up, every day you live and breathe, you show me your view of God. Every day. Every day you're mad at your spouse, you show me you serve a God that is mad at your spouse. Uh-oh. There I go again. Every day that you are living under your desire for yourself, you show me that the God you serve blesses everybody but you. Amen. It's just the way it is. We're all living We're all living this expression of God, whatever you call God, source, it doesn't matter. We're all living that. One infinite creator. We're all serving and living that expression. For Antonio, living under a bridge is just fine for him. For Antonio, being mad at Jerome since he unmuted his mic is just fine for him. Okay, go ahead, Jerome.
Yes, Antonio.
Mhm.
I don't know if this is going to coincide with tonight's session,
Mhm.
but something interesting happened to me yesterday,
Okay.
and it was an Antonio T. Smith moment.
Excellent.
You know, when somebody punched me in my face.
Now do that.
Yeah. So I think, well, it just crossed my mind, so I just wanted to share it, and hopefully you can tell me, you know, give me some help with this. Everybody knows my birthday was on the 12th, yesterday, and I didn't say anything because it ain't that, for me, it ain't that big of a deal. Blah 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 blah. I got the song, I got the Cash App, and it was really really nice. Some people from my church sent me a little song one was on the DM and one was on my phone. It was really 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 nice, right? So yesterday evening after dinner, my friend in Pennsylvania called singing, you know, happy birthday. And I told her I got the Marilyn Monroe version earlier, and it was really, really nice. And then I told her about the Cash App and how I said, I ended up with $120, you know, and blah, 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 blah. Now here's the deal. She said to me, "Oh, I know you're going to spend that on you." And I was like,
Uh-oh.
and listen to me, she would not she says, "You are always helping other folks. That's your birthday money. You need to spend that." This is where I was at. And the more I knew she was right.
Mm-hmm.
It's not for you to go buy for something else or something that you would know. It's for you, Jerome. It's for your special day. And by the time she got me off the phone, I was like, "You move." But good friends, I love the honor. Check on your strong friends, and that's what she was doing. And she would not let it go until I at least, because she told me whatever I get, I got to take a picture and send it to her. I just can't.
I like her. I like her a lot. Yeah.
I thought about, but the thing about it was when I got off the phone and I sat by myself, okay, because that's what you got to do with this exercise, is getting into ourselves. And I said, "Jerome, she is absolutely right. And you do not spend enough time taking care of Jerome. And that's not selfish. But man, so that happened yesterday. And I thought about this exercise that you had to do last week. And then today we wanted to, so I just wanted to share that because that thing that it messed me up. And I was like, because I was trying to squirm. She would not let me.
Mm-mm.
I use little adjectives and whatever. She said, "I don't hear that crap."
Mm-hmm. With the squirm itself. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted to share that. Okay?
No, we need friends like that. We need friends. We absolutely need friends like that. No, I've got nothing else to say like that. She ministered all by herself. There's no reason to come and illuminate what she already did. She did that all by herself. I want to say every time something is happening in your life, you are calling forth that thing. Okay, let me say this before you write your letters. Every single time, good or bad, something happens in your life, you're calling forth that thing. I'll give you an example. Fabi cusses Antonio out or says, "You know what? F him, I'm not coming back to class no more." I have called forth that situation in my life. Is it good? Nope. Is it bad? No. But forget the weird esotericness about that situation. Let's go a little more practical so we all can walk on the same page, so to speak. What happens is I'm sitting here going, ooh, please, I want to be the highest expression of myself. I want to be the light. And the light goes, well, great. That is fantastic. I'm glad you want to be the light. What else would you like? But I really want to be the highest expression of myself. Excellent. So give me some good stuff. Nope. I'll give you darkness. You missed it. I'll rewind it. Ooh, please let me be the light. 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 God, please let me be the light. Please let me be the light, God. Yes. And I want to be the light for everybody. And I want to really change the world. I really want to impact lives. God says, great. Here's a bunch of darkness and lives dying around you that you need to impact.
Oh, okay. I got it now. Okay, I got it.
Because heaven doesn't need the light. Hell
Right.
does.
Right. I can't be a flashlight in the sun. Got it.
Heaven needed not the light. Hell does. Harmony don't need ministry. Mess does. And if you want to be a bright light, you must be surrounded by thick darkness.
Thus be the pearl diamond that I am, the golden silver, the blessing, the light. Oh, okay.
Hey, I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you. I'm not mad at you at all. At all. Okay. Read what Otis said in the chat about the secret to life. I mean, not the secret to life. What's the point of life?
I'm sorry, somebody sent me a problem message. I'm so sorry. The purpose of life is to gain experiences by pursuing your desires.
Cool. Can't disagree with that. No matter what y'all say, I'm not going to be able to disagree with. I'm setting up your, well, you'll see in a second, but you know, I'm not gonna be able to disagree with anything you're saying. So y'all just keep saying good things because you're right. You're right. Someone else give me the purpose of life.
The
I
purpose
think
of
it's
life.
to serve.
To be happy.
Okay, to be happy is spot on. I mean, I teach my children that. To serve is spot on. I mean, you can't say anything about that either. You know what I mean? So all these things are good. Ken?
Purpose of life is to turn up abundantly.
All right, turn up abundantly.
Good, bad, and ugly.
Okay, I'm glad you said that. You saved me some time of walking out to it, because if you are flat broke, you are in abundance, just in a lot of abundance that don't serve you, but you are in abundance.
Hey, if I woke up this morning, I'm in abundance. If I have to eat pancakes, I'm in abundance. If I have to eat peanut butter and jelly, I'm in abundance.
You're in abundance.
If it's a grilled cheese sandwich, I'm in abundance. Because the fact of the matter is, I got something to eat.
That's absolutely facts, because you were born without everything you just named.
That's right.
So anything you add unto you is a plus.
I came naked, I'm leaving naked.
There you go. There you go. That's what it is. All right, y'all take 5 minutes, but this is very serious. If you do this, so let's I was going to say something, but it was going to hit some triggers. So I'm not going to say it until I build a foundation. We're going to co-create the foundation for all your glory that deliberately serves you. Did you hear that? That was a loaded sentence. Every word was well calculated and full of double entendres. We are going to build the foundation for your deliberate glory that serves you. Okay, I changed the sentence up a little bit better because I wanted to say it that way the second time. Okay, write this down, Dion. We're going to build the foundation for your deliberate glory that serves you. Foundation is important. Deliberate is important. Glory, all things happening to you is glory and for the glory of God, should you want to use that word. And that's the truth. If you're a Christian, Jesus' greatest victory, his greatest glory was also his greatest embarrassment. To be embarrassed publicly and crucified was also his greatest glory. Without that, you wouldn't know Jesus. The writer John, or who the church attributes to the fourth gospel, does a good job highlighting that in Jesus's greatest embarrassment was his greatest victory. And I say the same thing for you and to you, because this whole world is for you, by you, and to the benefit of you, because you create your reality, nobody else. I did not make Damali mad. Something in her made her mad when she encountered me. Once you decide what you desire, people, in all your businesses, customers, classes, life, they will fade away. And you need to be very at ease with the people you really wanted to be next to you, that you really needed to bless your organization. You need to be okay that they ease their way out of your reality. Because the moment you create what is deliberately for you, the universe will move what you created previously in a lower self-esteem version of you.
Say that again.
Mm-hmm. The moment you create what is deliberately for you, the universe will then move what you created at a lower version, lower self-esteem version of you. That will always be now and forever. Go ahead, Deanna.
Okay, so last week's class had me all the way messed up.
It's going to have you messed up today.
But from that class and over like the last few weeks or so, I have been getting I have been paying attention to what God in the universe has been telling me, and I really enjoyed the release from last week's class because it helped me come to a certain perspective on things. And when we did the Moonlight event, I've been less of what I used to be and more of what I desire to be, if that makes sense.
That makes plenty of sense. Makes plenty of sense. And we're about to add to that. So let's do this here. Here's how we're going to build your foundation. You are going to write down the thing or things or situations or people that are killing you the most. And as much as you want to say, I'm good, you are not. Because if you are not living the 100% totality of your life, you are not being in the image of God. You have distortions on you. And it is my attempt, Tracy, for you to write down your most painful distortion so I can give you a blueprint that we're going to go over and over for 6 weeks. It don't take 6 weeks to do this. So we're going to reinforce it over and over and over, because this class at this level is designed to do two things. It is designed to repel people who were not here to change. They were here to learn. They were here because you know how it is feel at the end of a service. So everybody close your eyes. Okay. If you're going to heaven and you know it, go ahead and raise your hand. But if you don't know it, nobody can see you. If you're not sure where you're going, then we've got some talking to do, right? Stuff like that. And they scare the hell out of you, literally, and then you join church because you're scared, right? Okay, I got you. They scare you to death because we've gotten to the point now where we force Phil to make decisions instead of forcing Phil to be a disciple. So we scare the hell out of you so you can make decisions instead of building a good foundation for you so you can become a disciple. And what I want to do is build a foundation in which you disciple yourself to positive, deliberate creations that serve you. Some people joined this class emotionally. They made a decision because I made a good pitch. The people who will remain want to genuinely be a disciple walking towards their wholeness. Is that fair? All right, go ahead, Otis, please. Otis said, I'm going to heaven. Take your time. We're going to let him chew his food before he talk and swallow at the same time. Go to the wrong lung. Now, something wrong with your mic. Can y'all hear him? Okay, yeah. Maybe connect, disconnect. Oh, yeah. And while we're waiting on him, we want to build a foundation where you're not making decisions. Oh, I think I can hear you now. Go ahead, Otis.
Can you hear me?
Got you.
Okay. I was just raising my hand following instructions.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't. And you said close your eyes and raise your hand.
Yeah.
And that's what I did. I didn't see when everyone else put theirs down.
Oh, no problem. Y'all know how it is. They build the big bodybuilders out there and they rip it up and they rip up the stuff for the name of Jesus and they got everything going on, the fireworks and stuff, right? You know what I'm talking about? And then the charismatic preacher gets up and says, okay, everybody, close your eyes. And then we make you make a decision. But you've done that for 4 decades plus. That hasn't worked out for you. It's time for you to get the foundational process for you to be a disciple.
Bishop.
Yes, sir.
Greetings, sir. How you doing?
I am well, sir. I literally meditated for 2 hours before I started this class.
Wow.
I'm gonna send you the link I did before you talk. I'm gonna send you the link. I'm gonna send you the link that I just listened to. I listened to Neil Donald Walsh. I had him in the background. Neil Donald Walsh. I listened to Neil Donald Walsh. It's a 38-minute clip.
Okay.
It's called The 3 Secrets. And I listened to it for 2 hours straight to the point where I was high.
Wow.
I felt like I had some good scotch just to teach this class. All right, go ahead. You go ahead.
Yeah, this is so powerful because my background is basically church, right? Mm-hmm. So I was talking to a cousin today and she said, now you finally open up, because she believes in she says, it's no such thing as Jesus and all that stuff, but she was raised up in the church and all that. But the point I'm trying to get to is it's so powerful that when you get so I don't want to say doctrine or tradition, but it's powerful that people can see a change in you, that being around you, my eyes has opened up to where it's not just hallelujah. You see what I'm saying?
I understand.
I better watch out before I get caught up, Renee. But anyway, but that's all good and dandy because of that's me. But I have another side to me now to know that I never did a offering with the moon event that we did. Never did that before. Didn't even know it was in the Bible.
Yes, I gave it to you, didn't I? Gave you scriptures for it.
And you gave me scriptures, and I'm like, but so much the apostolic, Pentecostal, all of them, all the religions, they don't teach you stuff like, and it's so powerful. So I just want to say thank you that I can see a change in me, and people can see a change in me that is not just, hallelujah, row, row, row your boat.
Fair enough. Well, when we're running organizations of spiritual origins that have become organized and now have financial responsibilities, we tend to read the bank account statement more than we read the sacred text. Because the lights got to be paid and the organist must be paid. And these financial responsibilities must be paid. So we bend to the person threatening, or we bend to the energy threatening us the most, which is our disconnection notices. So our disconnection notices have more power than our God. And if you don't think you apply to that, I dare you get one of them pink bills in your mailbox and see which one wins, the faith in your God or the realization of that pink notice. Come on, help me somebody.
You said something that's so powerful, because I came from a church where he done almost 3 or 4 offerings. And it was only like maybe 15 of us.
Yep.
And he didn't like the offering, so he'll go back. First the leaders would do it, and then they'll go to him and tell him how much it was. Then he'll come up, and then people give again. And it's like we lost people because he kept. It's like it was a money thing more than a religion thing.
Well, I don't think I'm worthy enough to comment on that because I wasn't there, but I can tell you this, that people have BS radars. And sometimes we do things that make these radars go off and people stop showing up, So I can say that. I do feel comfortable saying that. So what I want you to do is I want you to build a foundation to your discipled future. Now, if disciple for you means whatever your Christian background means, by all means, so keep it. It serves you. The way I'm using disciple is a duplicator of, and this duplicator of ascended master teachings. And that's what I want to say. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. Because disciples duplicate themselves. I can assure you that Kim's son is a disciple of her. How he represents is how she taught. So when she go, I didn't raise you to be like that. Debatable. You may not raised him by saying you didn't do that, but if he doing something, you do too. You showed him exactly how to live. You told him one way and showed him another. So right now it's going to be, so start your letters right now. Don't pick back up from the letter you wrote last week. You need to write a new letter. Do the work. Because this time, what I'm going to do, I told you everybody to write it twice. This time, because you wrote your letter last week. But the deal is, Phil, you wrote half your letter. I'm going to tell you how you wrote it. This bothers me, this bothers me, that, this bothers me. What you didn't do was tell me how you felt when it happened. Antonio called me and I knew he was going to molest me. And you didn't say, and this made me feel this way. See, your first letter, it was a setup, has your trauma in it, but it doesn't have your reaction to your trauma in it. So what you're doing is you're not being compassionate with yourself. So like Antonio used to do way before 16 years of therapist telling me to chill out. What Antonio used to do is that victim side of me. I never gave it a voice, Fabi. Therefore, I could never heal because I was never compassionate with the side of me that was bleeding to death. Somebody needed to hear that. Do not justify your trauma. That's not what I'm asking you to do. Do not justify Antonio's behavior. Antonio tried to rape you or did rape you or whatever that may be. I'm using my name so y'all don't get too caught up in it. Do not hide details. Okay. Make sure you hide this and burn it one day. Don't let your abuser see it. And I would tell you for the next 6 weeks, I wouldn't be driving during this class unless absolutely necessary. You have a warning. You get to do whatever you need to. You have a 6-week warning for the next 6 Thursdays. Have your butt seated down. So if you go, oh, I couldn't help it, use a lie. You got 6 weeks to adjust 6 weeks from now. You can move an hour earlier unless you get off at 6. You understand what I'm saying? Something like that. Okay. Now, write your letter. And I want you to write your letter with all what's wrong. Antonio know I'm pregnant. And he's still gonna yell at me. Come on, Fabi, help me out now. You know what I'm saying? And how dare him? But
I'm like, why'd you have to go there?
Because I need this to come out, right? I need this to come out. And then I want you to go. But this time, see, last week, you wrote what you felt. This week, I want you to write how you felt and how it made you feel too. That's important.
Last
To the
week,
same person?
If the same person is still the reason why you not walking, you damn right. You feel me?
we do
Yeah,
this
'cause
right
she
now?
called me.
And how long
Yeah.
do we have?
No, you got 5 minutes, but we're going to keep doing it. You're going to keep doing it. You're going to be able to continue to write your letter while I'm talking. And you're going to have 6 weeks to write this letter longer, plus all today. But I'm going to give you 5 minutes because Phil is in Eastern Standard Time and don't have time to be here to 2 a.m. until some of y'all write y'all letters.
Antonio, so you
Yes,
said
ma'am.
write a letter of how you felt and
Yeah, I want to know what happened. And I also, see, last week when I told you write what happened, y'all just wrote what happened because I set you up that way. This time, I want you to include not only what happened, but how it made you feel. And I'll give you an example. In fact, and this whole call is full of examples. I was going to my office and my superior officer called me and I knew he was going to try to molest me because he keeps trying to molest me. And I should not have answered the call. And then I felt like I shouldn't answer the call because I knew he was going to do it. And I hate putting myself in this situation. See what I'm doing now? I'm now saying not just what happened, but how I feel about what happens. Most important thing about this, Otis, is I need you to give that part of you a voice because that part of you has you not a millionaire. Amen. That part of you that you won't let talk has you not living 100% of your dreams. See, the problem with y'all is y'all think you got to be God to do miracles. May I help you just for 1 minute? You don't have to be God to heal and do miracles. That's not what these sacred texts say, because Paul, not God, walked by people, healed them with his shadow. If you are a Christian, Jesus did not do healings with his divinity. He did healings with his humanity that had no negative karma on it. Man, and if I can get Tracy to get that, if I can get Tracy to get that if you burn off your karma, this universe has no reason to delay what you just asked for. And you're going to have a real hard time disagreeing with me, because silver and gold have I none. But such as I have, give I thee. Take up your bed, rise and walk. Where was these two God? Where was they Jesus? Those were men. Barefoot, uneducated, can't read men. But when you walk close enough to source, the stuff holding you back fall off you. You want to hear kids' sermons? Walk with them every day. Forget what the hell he say in the pulpit. Go in the office. That's his real sermons. When that deal don't go through, watch his reaction. That's his real sermon. You can tell the quality of a man by how he responds to adversity.
I've always said the best sermon you could ever preach is the one you live.
That's right. That's right. All right. So right now, but let's just take 2 more minutes. I want you to think about, if you're ready to write your letter, go ahead. I want you to think about who or what is really holding you back. There's a lot, but I need the most traumatizing situation. The one, Talisha, you won't tell nobody. Grace, I know yours. So I need more of that energy. And it needs to be, I know Jesus is a good person, but he good to everybody, and I don't like that. He need to just be good to me. Her thing is not Jesus. I put that there so y'all don't know what. I ain't want to give y'all an example, but like, damn, Grace, that's what you're going through. No, I said something that you can't guess what she going through. You understand? But you know, right? Grace, I need all that. I need to hear what happened, and y'all not gonna tell me out loud, just so we're clear. And I'm not gonna have you read your letters out loud, just so we're clear. You may read a little section, but trust me, your letter is safe with you.
I was ready. I'm trash.
I was ready too.
Well, and for those of you who are transparent, we will have you can, so you can be a guide to everybody else. You can, and I would give you some of my stuff too. Fair enough. I need all that on there, and we can start now. Give yourself a voice. There we go. You can't hear sound, so we'll do with it what it is. Since the sound isn't working, you get to hear me give you tips. Write your letter. You're going to start 5 minutes before it happened. You're going to end when you are crushed to death. When I had to do this in therapy many years ago, the one thing I did was and Phil to understand this, I used my training not to be honest with my trauma. So some of you are going to try to write this letter with your logical brain. Don't do that. Tracy, I need your trauma brain. I know some of you are going to say, well, ain't nothing wrong with me. If you're not living, if you can't pray right now and 5,000 loaves of bread fall on your lap, you got something stopping you. Something. It may not be a person. Maybe you don't give yourself a voice. Why are you not being a full-time speaker traveling the world the way you say you want? Uh-oh. There I go meddling. That's like 6 of y'all I just hit. Uh-huh. Why? If you trust me, or at least trust the process, you will see. Oh, Antonio, I'm not sure what to write about. No worries. Take a deep breath from the gut. Pull it in. Blow it out. Take another deep breath from the gut. Pull it in. Blow it out. Now I want you to write about that thing you think about, the way you talk to yourself at 3 a.m, how it just pop up for no reason. Something's driving that. When you call yourself stupid, when you say things like, I should have known better, should have known better for what? A few of you need to think about who you can't correct. Some of y'all, it's your mama. Some of you can't even correct your mama. Your mama is the biggest source of your trauma. And you can't even think about that right now because you got denominational and spiritual walls that tell you that's your mama. You shouldn't write her down. But how long are you going to keep letting your mama walk her journey in your life? You got 1 minute and 50 seconds. Keep on going. Write it down. You're going to save this letter in a private place because you're going to be looking at it for the next 6 weeks. Don't stop. Don't bring up something that ain't true. I promise you, your trauma will come find you. Antonio, how you know we got trauma? Well, Napoleon Hill calls it auto-suggestion. You got something going on that when prosperity hits that part of your brain to go into your subconscious so you can have everything you want, your auto-suggestion say, nope, get that out of here. Didn't want that in here. For some of you, you're like, well, ain't nothing wrong with me. But you're privately mad at yourself for not being better than what you are today. Amen. For some of you, you say, well, ain't nothing wrong with me. But you're mad at God for taking your mama. When I'm asking you what's wrong with you with your logical brain, if you're having trouble, it's because your practice behaviors, your logical brain isn't writing this letter. I need the fleshly you, is what some of you Christians would say. I need that you. That you know that you, Fabi, that blackout. It just went red. I didn't even know I hit you. I need that you to write that letter. You understand? Yeah. I need that grace that fantasize about killing people. I need that grace to write that letter. He talked to me like that again, I'm gonna kill him. I need that one. I need that one, Tracy. Now, for some of you, cut yourself some slack. I'm gonna rewind some of this time. Cut yourself some slack. I promise you, as you hear other people, your situation will come to you, or you will gain courage to write it down. Trust me. You say, well, it ain't hurting me, but this is a challenge. Okay, well, you're just changing words. What's challenging you? You give you some examples. Man, I wish I would. How many of you say to yourself, I should have took more chances? Mm-hmm. That may be something that needs to go down in your letter. That may be the thing bothering you. Who knows? I can't tell you that, not without a full-blown session with you. But if you're genuinely not living the full version of your life, don't blame it on ascension. Don't blame it on the process. Blame it on your distortions. Most excellent behavior. All right, I'm gonna cover the screen real quick. You're not gonna be able to see, but you got a minute and 30 seconds. I rewind it. Minute and 30 seconds. Do, 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 do. 45, 46. Okay. Almost done. Keep going, but we about to finish. Almost done. Almost done. Pencils down. That's how they say it on the TOS test. I'm so old. Standardized testing, you know. Remember that? Standardized.
Yes.
Yeah. Texas is full of that. Pencils down. Lady, I didn't want to be here taking this test anyway. You got to take your pencils down. Yeah. All right. Now, for some of you, that was mad difficult, yo. For others of you, it was difficult, but you got over it. For some of you, you genuinely just messed up your whole week. 100% you did. So I'm putting the document in the chat. And then Grace, I'm going to send it. Well, Grace, I'm gonna send it to you. And anybody who needs and who can't access the Zoom chat, you are going to get it from Grace. Who cannot access the Zoom chat? Please let me know. Who cannot? Anybody? You'll see it. It's a document in the chat. It says ABC. No problem. No problem. Grace, can you text or can you text that to Fabi? Oh, no. I got it. Hold on. I got you. I'll do it. I just remember. No worries. As a matter of fact, that's actually better. If you cannot, all right, so everybody text. I need somebody to text 40. If you cannot access chat.
I can do it. I can do it.
Yeah. It was still build that I got an email about?
Yes.
One of y'all. Okay. Well, no, you stay in student mode. Okay.
Okay.
I got it. If you cannot access the chat, text 409-500-1546. 409-500-1546. So all your stuff could be up top. I got y'all saved, but that's gonna be too hard to go through. 409-500-1546. Text me.
Is that something I'm supposed to save? Because it came up as like I need to save it.
Yes, it's supposed to save. I'm sending it to your phones too. Send it to your phones too. Okay. Okay, got you. And if you don't have my number, lock it in. You're using this as a guide. We're doing the first part. Thank y'all. I mean, I got y'all saved, but I didn't have Trade Nate saved. But you pushed it to the top. It made it much easier for me. Did anybody else not have access to the? Got it. Okay, got you. No problem. It's coming. All righty. Okay, Phil, got you. There's so much to send you, but we're going to do it a little step at a time. There you go. Sandra, did you write your letter? See, this is why I don't want your cameras off. It's hard to pay attention with your cameras off. Got you, Damali? This is exactly why. All right. Sandra, text my phone number. I'll send you this picture. I just need y'all to go to the, and you good. You don't need forgiveness. Just you good. I just need you to get to the top of this. I'm not administrative and I can't multitask. It's my weakness. Those of you who have the picture, if you look at it, it says ABC, doesn't it? Y'all see it? For those of you who do have it, it says ABC, and I'll show it to you real quick. On the screen.
Antonio, you should have gave that to me last week.
Okay, good.
Yeah, we see it. ABC.
Yes, I should have gave it to you last week. Yeah, you see it. So something happened. That's the actual event. Now we're going to identify your stuck points. I tell myself this. Don't worry about it. I will explain this. And then what we're going to do is you are going to tell me how it made you feel in one word. Don't worry about it. Relax. You're going to go through this a gazillion times. For those of you who aren't going to go through it, that's kind of the problem, right? Kind of the problem is you're avoiding. And since you're avoiding, you are killing your blessings. Is this fair? We need you to lean into all of what you are and all of who you are. I'm sending you all another link, picture. It's the feelings wheel, different from what Phil references with the Abraham Hicks thing. It's a feelings wheel. You're going to need that too. All right, send it to Damali. And now I'm sending to Phil. And now I'm sending to Prophet Jerry. And then now, who is this? Oh, this is Fabi. And then Trey Nace. 843, that's Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then Talisha. Okay, I'm also going to put in the chat for everybody else who can actually access the chat. I'm not sure why Zoom doesn't let everybody access the chat. You know what I mean? I'm not sure why. There you go. It's in the chat. So feelings wheel, I will share it now so you can see what it looks like. I shared this weeks ago, months ago at this point. Okay, you on your phone. Yeah, but sometime on the computer doesn't let you do it either though, but definitely if on your phone. So here's the feelings wheel. All natural feelings that come from the Lord, so to speak. It's just 6 of them. Sad, disgusted, angry, fearful, bad, surprised, happy. Everything else is called a manufactured feeling, and it flows from fearful. So fearful becomes, well, it made me feel weak. All right, weak is a manufactured feeling. You're not born feeling weak. And weak comes back to being fearful. You know, you're just not paying attention to me. Okay, you feel worthless. That comes back to weak. You feel inferior, it comes back to insecure, which comes back to fearful. You all can see how this works. So what you're going to do is in column C, you're going to put one of these words, and I'll show you what that looks like. It looks like this. Antonio tried to rape me. I tell myself this always happens to me. I tell myself I should not have let that happen. How do I feel? Disgusting, weak, hurt, etc. Everybody process what I'm doing. All right. Fabby, let's start with you. You got an extra glow on you. Maybe the baby is glowing your skin or something. Okay. You said you wanted to share some of your story. I need to hear I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna do Sunday school style. That means I'm gonna stop you. I'm gonna stop you. So let's start with your first sentence. Let me hear it. Ken, you next.
I wrote 2 stories.
We're gonna deal with both of them then. Don't worry about it. Just
I mean,
start.
both of them are,
Yeah, give me one of them though for right now.
I'll do the shorter version right now.
Cool.
Okay, no, I'll just do the Juan one.
Okay.
It's just, what's killing me is the fact that.
Well, no. Read your letter for me real quick. Like, read what you wrote.
Oh, read
Okay.
it?
Yeah, read what you wrote. And I'm gonna stop you somewhere in there.
Okay. Everything was fine and great. When everything was fine and great, we were trying. For 8 days straight, he was putting in effort. We were doing the classes.
Okay, you can stop right there. All right, already. So what we're looking for is her stuck point. And right now, it's already the stuck point. Everything was fine and great. Needs to go in B. We got to figure out what happened. You understand? We're going to figure out what happened. So I forgot to tell you this. When you read me your story, I want you to go slow and no ad-libbing. Okay? Go slow, no ad-libbing. Okay, read me your story.
Okay. What's killing me is the fact that Juan blocked me in all apps.
Okay, stop right there. That's the event. So in A, now you can't do this on the pictures. You're gonna have your tablet or your note app, and you're gonna put A, what happened, and block me on all apps. This is very important.
Okay.
Hold on, don't move on. Does everybody get that? Because you got the same thing. For Kim, it's God didn't give me 12 toes. Right? And then that's her event, and it kills her. You understand? All right. I don't like speaking things over people. You get the point. All right. So now, but hold on, before we finish your letter, Fabby. Well, here it is. Look. So we know A is block me from all apps. Fabby, very important. That's what happened. What do you tell yourself about this? Do not go. Okay, well let's fix it up a little bit.
That everything was great and fine is what I have here.
Okay, no, forget the letter. Forget the letter. So what we're gonna do is, to be honest with y'all wrote y'all letter so I can address all the A's and the B's. Now that we got her A blocked from our apps, don't worry about the letter. I need you to tell me how that makes you feel, especially 8 months, 9 months pregnant. You understand? Like,
So
how does that? What? No. Right now, you're gonna give me the real.
I the real.
You put it for sure. But let's just dialogue about it now. I'm using your letter to find out what A is. Now, how does that make you feel?
It makes.
I'm sorry. I skipped you to C. My bad. What I want you to do now is, what do you tell yourself about that? What does that mean to you? Yeah, you got blocked. Yeah.
Tell myself about that. Like, how fucking dare he? Like, I'm with his child that we prayed to God for, because this isn't our first child.
Perfect.
I've lost babies with him, and this
hold on. I'm gonna stop you a lot because I don't need you to go too deep yet. Okay. So right now, I tell myself, how dare him?
Okay.
Get it? Now you can write more than one if you feel more than one here. Okay. How dare him? I tell myself he betrayed me. I tell myself, write them all down, Abby.
Okay.
Fabby, does everybody understand that part? this happened, I tell myself, Antonio got me up. I knew I shouldn't have got with him. Come on, help me, somebody. How many of y'all? Okay, all right. Kim was like, look, you're not gonna get me pregnant like me. You ain't got no more time.
Tell myself a lot of things.
Okay, I need them all written down. I need them all written down. I need them all written down, right? All of them written down. Okay. Thank you for your candor and your transparency. Okay.
Okay.
Got me. Ken, where you at? There you go. Here. Ken writing down.
Yeah,
Ken, yeah. Tell me, so read your letter, start it off for me.
My relationship with my kids could be very different.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. No, you're good. So right here, already so something happened. And right now he's going to write, my relationship with my kids can be very different. This is very important. You write that down. So write that. That's A for him. I'm not telling him he won't have more in the A, because he may have a very different comment. Whatever he was about to say, go at A, go. But I want you to recognize that your brain, the thing that is making you manifest all things, is saying secretly, the reason I didn't get that deal is because if I had my relationship differently with my kids. The reason I'm not a millionaire is because I let people block me while pregnant. See, y'all don't want to play. But if you be real with your subconscious is slowly telling you, I missed that blessing because I don't deserve that blessing, because I did this. And your subconscious says, yes, your wish is my command. And you don't even know it, Kim, until you write it down. See, I told you I was going to help you. All right, now hold on. My relationship is very different. So, Kim, what do you tell yourself about? Don't worry about the letter. It might be in your letter, but what do you tell yourself about the fact that your relationship with your kids could be different? What do you tell yourself?
I should have stayed gone.
Damn, that's a good one, Ken. We're going to have a damn class today. I tell myself I should have stayed gone. See, motherfucker. We're going to have a class today, Jerome. Because let me tell you what happens. What happens is when you say, I should have stayed gone, you're going to find out later, it has a lot of meanings and it is killing a lot of prosperity. So every time God sends Ken $1 million deal, it sucks itself down to the value of, I should have stayed gone though. Why? Hear me well. Because if Ken get $10 million, this was going to happen. Now, this may not be accurate for him, but it's accurate for him and everybody else. Now, Ken gonna have to face questions about how he got $10 million, but didn't share it. $10 million. Now he doing good. Why you didn't do good when we was 13? Why you didn't? I got $10 million now, but why you didn't help us when you was wasting $30,000 a month? And I'm not telling you he's saying it out loud. I'm telling you his subconscious is repelling $10 million so he don't have to answer questions about how very differently his relationship with his kids will be. And if you don't think it worked that way, examine your harvest.
I told you I'm transparent.
Amen. I got you.
It's quite the opposite.
Good. Hit us with it. Give it to me.
Well, the opposite was when they were younger, I've always provided. I've had it to give every time it was asked. But it's like now the script has flipped.
Right.
As adults, I'm not quite there when they need me or when they think I should be there. When they need me. So it's different. But if I start talking, then y'all gonna need some napkins.
We go. I'm looking forward to the napkins coming through. I'm looking forward to the napkins coming through. Can y'all hear him? So what happens now? Same thing I just said, but it's reversed now. What happens is we have these silent conversations in our subconscious. And since our subconscious hasn't worked out feeling at ease with what we wrote down on our letter, every time Phil says, oh, Ken, do this, the subconscious go, get that out of here. Not because Ken can't handle his blessings. This is what Phil's gonna get this. That auto suggestion, Phil, that Ken has created with, see, I need to rethink your risk more. Y'all don't understand. Your letter is full of different auto suggestions. Damali gets it.
If I was to title this letter right now, it would be Wounded in the House of My Prayer.
Ooh. Okay, y'all hear it? You can hear the pain in his voice. And the subconscious says, every single time we praying for something, don't give it to us, because we can't handle it, because it's going to make me have to address this situation that I'm avoiding. And the brain loves you so much, Kim. It will keep you safe, even if it means keeping away $1 million from you. Y'all not hearing me in this place. Your brain loves you so much, Jamal. Your brain would say, I don't need these dreams. Yes, we do. We need these dreams. No, we don't. Because if you give me my dreams, I have to now address my child about the situation I'm avoiding. And the brain says, so since that's death for us, I would rather die than have this conversation with my kids. Then your law of attraction says, well, we want to die, so God, don't give us that. Who can hear okay, Grace, give me that. Did you give me that? Unmute your mic. Were you coughing or did you recognize something?
Both.
Okay, come on, give it to me.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you so much, Ken. We ain't even got to see yet for Fabi or Ken. Go ahead.
Oh, excuse me, I was coughing again, but
You got that COVID. Don't worry about it.
stop it. Man, you said, the brain, when you said the brain loves us so much, it'll keep you from, the stuff you really want to keep us safe. Because if you address that, it's, one of my things, the part B part of what I tell myself, one of the part was like, I wasn't enough, So
anytime you say, so Grace is going, man, what happened to my sales? I don't know why I can't do my sales like I used to. She wasn't enough. So she wasn't enough over here. Every time she get on a phone call, she's pouring off the signal, I'm not enough. And this is what happened next, Jamal. Now all of a sudden, not Frida, you feel this. Now all of a sudden, phone calls go from 120 a day to 20 a day, because she got to work past all day. I'm not enough just to make one phone call. And then it goes from 20 to 1 a day. And now rent can't get paid. Now bills can't get paid. Because all day long, she spent 8 hours convincing herself, watching TV, watching motivation, listening to TD Jakes. I am enough just to make one phone call. But that one phone call was to a late laggard who was never going to buy from you until 15 years from now anyway. And then she goes, just like The Secret, this doesn't work. And it was about to spring up. And it comes down. Can y'all see how helpful this is? This has been one hell of a 6 weeks.
Wow.
But this is just.
How did you do that?
I've been through 12 years. Well, I've been through 12 years of therapy as far as a war veteran, but I've been through therapy since I was a runaway, homeless in CPS custody. So, I've got I got more years of therapy than I have with the Lord. And that's facts. That is facts. I've been in therapy longer than I've been Christian.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was, but everything you said was spot on. I didn't realize that. Oh my God.
This is why we came here to work. See, and some of your comrades, they're not gonna come back. They may come back, but everybody has their right time and the right place. This is why every time I brought up trauma, y'all was mad at me. Some people were mad at me because it was easier to avoid your trauma, the thing holding you back, by lashing out at me, than it is for you to actually deal with yourself. So watch this here. And let me clean it up. Well, I already cleaned it up, but let me just add to that. Everybody ascends. Everybody wins. Will you do it today? Is your choice. Antonio, prove that in the Bible. Choose ye this day whom you gonna serve. So you made that about the devil. You made that about the devil. It's choose you this day, Jerome. Are you gonna serve your trauma brain? Or are you gonna serve the brain you was born with?
Watch yourself.
Ashe and amen.
Okay. Because they taught us to make it about, okay. All right.
I'm not telling you it ain't about the devil. Please hold your religion, keep your religion. It is the Lord's. You can have it. I'm just saying also, Jerome, or more accurately, Jerome, you've been choosing the part of you that doesn't manifest your dreams, trying to figure out why you can't get them. Choose ye this day whom you gonna serve. The part of you that makes you feel like I should have stayed gone, or the part of you that makes you feel like I am perfect just the way I am. Choose ye this day. Kim, we own it today, God dog. Kim, we are on it. You hear me?
Bishop, can I get on the sword?
Come on this sword, man. Oh, hold on. Before you come on the sword, let me explain the C real quick. It's going to take like 30 seconds. Let me explain C, but I need to go back to these feelings wheels real quick. That's why I sent you these pictures. C, oh, sorry about that. C, there we go. C is, so Ken says, I should have stayed gone. And now Ken must now say, it makes me feel, and that's up to him now. If it's, pick a word, and you're going to find something close to that word, and you're going to see where you need to release, which feeling you need to deal with. If it was me, it would make me feel humiliated. No, well, let me see. Let me put myself in Ken's shoes. If they're my kids, they should have been different. It would make me feel like I wasted my time, like I wasted their time. So where would that waste of time be at? Let's see. Jealous, infuriated, unfocused.
No, actually, it makes me feel hurt.
Hurt. Okay, good. So right here, so grief, powerless, it could be any of these will work, but he'll know which one is for him. But
the hurt is on the far right in the sad section.
Far right, so there it is right there. So he knows it's a manufactured feeling, and God did not. So you know, I say God didn't give you a spirit of, y'all be right. God didn't give him a spirit of hurt. And what I have to do over this next 40 weeks is have him address this hurt so he can go back to the natural feeling of being sad, because sad is a feeling he is supposed to feel and a feeling he can actually release. You can't release hurt because it don't exist. Did y'all see it? You only got 6 feelings. Sad, disgusted, angry, fearful, bad, surprised, happy. Hurt is a manufactured feeling. This is why I feel. And the Bible says, well, you know, don't be prideful, because prideful It's not one of the 6 God-given feelings. Somebody find pride on this list. See if you can see it.
So look here, Antonio.
Okay. I love when you talk.
Proud is dealing with confidence and happy in the happy section.
Right, happy section. And here is pride. Where is that? Somewhere over here. I just saw it earlier.
It's between interested and accepted.
There it is. There you go. There you go. Proud. And it's a manufactured feeling. That's why you shouldn't have a spirit of pride, because it ain't a God-given feeling. Okay, go ahead, Trey Nace, and I'm going back to Prophet Jerry. So now that I explained that, Fabi and Ken and everybody else, you're gonna put A, this happen? Got me messed up this way, and it makes me feel one word. That's what you're doing. This is so helpful, y'all. Come on, Trey Nace.
So look here, Antonio. I done had enough of you as I was sitting at the nail shop. I want to see me, but I was sitting at the nail shop. I don't need to know because I already know. And it wasn't what I thought it was last week. See, it wasn't what I thought it was last week, because during COVID, I had some hypnotherapy. So a lot of stuff ain't hidden from me no more. This is how my letter to read when I get in this house and write.
See, so I'm gonna have some fun. I'm gonna have some fun with you.
Yeah, because I'm on.
I know what you're saying is true. So this is it. Was when I was 10 years old, the oldest child. My mother did me a Christmas gift. She bought other siblings, and she forgot. And then the gift Dad bought me that he sent.
Hold on, you're breaking up. Hold on, Trey Nace, you're breaking up on us real quick.
Said that wasn't anything, and she gave one of the family gifts. Hold on.
Okay,
see if I can switch this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, only because yes, we can hear you better, but I want to hear every word because this is trauma. Go ahead.
Okay, so what part did you not hear?
Say it all over.
Okay. So the thing that hurt me the most was when I was in the 5th grade. For Christmas, my mother bought my 2 sisters gifts and didn't buy me anything. And then the gift that my father sent, she said that wasn't nothing. He shipped that from Cincinnati. And then she gave me one of the gifts that she had bought for the family as my gift.
So stop right there. Before you tell me the whole story, I'm gonna need you to know you picked every man who acts like your mama. I'll wait. I do this for a living.
That could be the case. That could be true.
No, that is absolutely. You think about it. You process it.
That's what. Well, I'm a process. I'm gonna process it.
You process it, but here's the deal: you picked every man. How's your relationship with your dad?
Me and my dad, we close.
You pick every man that you pick. I told this to some. Keep quiet. I told this to one of y'all. Every man that you pick, you are dating your mama every chance you get, because you have yet to get over 5th grade. So your relationships are the hidden way you defeat your mama every chance you get. So instead of loving yourself, you hate yourself, 5th grade you. So what you have to do is prove her wrong, which is why you can't find someone who is compatible to you, because your mama ain't compatible to you.
Negro.
Y'all know I get paid for this, right?
Ain't that some shiggity?
And it's some stuff shiggity because I married my damn mama.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you
Absolutely.
something else. I'm gonna
Yes, ma'am. Holla at me.
a lot of things that I realized at first hypnotherapy.
Oh, you breaking up again.
Look at me, look at me.
Hold on, you must start moving again. You're breaking up again.
Okay.
Okay.
So
A lot of things you learned at hippotherapy is all we heard.
that what I learned in hypnotherapy after my first session, a lot of things that I do that I have been successful, I still be wanting her to see me, see me. Here I am, here I am. Look at this.
There you go. I got something for you. You just blessed the whole class. You hear me? You just blessed the whole dog on class. I promise you, you did. I promise you. Let's pause on you real quick. Prophet Jerry, the Lord plowed the field for you. I don't know what the hell you're going to say, but I know she was supposed to talk before you. You hear me? Come on, jump on this sword.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you, Trey Nace. Thank you so much.
Dear Louise, when we met, I thought you was the best thing that happened to me. Then we got married. I thought I was on top of the world.
Stop. So your first stuck point is, then we got married.
Hold on. First stuck point.
I mean, your first event is then we got married, or we got married.
Okay.
You're gonna say how that made you feel, and you're gonna say great, or you're gonna say not great. So no, and I tell myself this. This is the important part. Let me walk you through it. So you're gonna put we got married. That's in this A. Now watch this here, Otis. Watch it. Prophet Jerry, how did you feel? I mean, excuse me, what did you tell yourself about marrying her? Watch this.
It was the best thing that happened to me.
Okay. Now, when you get mad at Renee in the present, it is let me see if you can guess it. When you get mad at Renee in the present, why?
Because of the same thing that happened to me in the past.
If his stuck point is it was marriage was the best thing that happened to me, and he so on the other side of this, now that you know that marriage was ruined, how does that make you feel? I don't want your logical brain. Don't you give me your logic. I don't want the Holy Spirit. I want you to give your pain a voice. That marriage is okay. Thank you so much. So every time he gets mad at his second wife, she is reminding him of the trauma of the first wife.
Wow.
Jerome, I am good at what I do, brother.
Yeah, you are. You want me to continue?
No, you ain't got to. You ain't got to. You hold on. You ain't got to just yet. You ain't got to just yet. You're gonna continue right after this video I'm about to play. Cool. You're gonna continue right after this video. Right after the, oh, you know what? Hold on. Let's see. Hold on. We're gonna see if you're gonna continue right after this video. It depends on how long it takes me to download it. Let's see. As a matter of fact, won't you keep going? Well, let's get this pattern down. And so his A is I got married. And he's gonna put in B and it made me feel great. I mean, excuse me, C is made me feel great. But what he's going to put in his B is I tell myself that's the best thing that ever happened to me. Later on, with some other stuff we're going to talk about, I'm just taking it with ABC right now. Later on, Frida, he going to find out. Oh, I ain't like that at all. So every time Renee, listen, here's the deal. Renee ain't messing up. She just bumping up against his trigger.
Wow.
And now she paying Louise taxes.
Wow. That's deep.
Watch it.
Wow. That is deep, Bishop. Wow.
Trey Nace got her men paying her mama taxes.
Come
they
on.
Not even the same gender. But here's the deal. If I ask Trey Nace, I didn't. But if I ask Trey Nace, who's an authority figure in her life, she's gonna say her mama. Or in childhood.
Well, she gonna tell you different.
No offense, but your oppressor is always gonna tell a different story.
She gonna say I act like I'm the mother.
If I rape you and you tell the police I raped you, and they come ask me if I raped you, I'm gonna say it was consensual. She just
That's
like it
true.
rough.
That's true.
If I did something wrong to you, Fabby, I'm gonna always tell a different story.
Wow.
I always tell a different story. We didn't come here to have the same stories. Why would we do that?
All kinds of triggers.
What'd you say?
I'm all kinds of triggered.
This is why every time I try to do this, right, you know, as soon as I start off, you know, like I get the triggers happen. This is a terrible conversation. The truth is,
No, but it needs to happen.
it needs to happen. The only thing I'm actually doing that I've never recommend, but y'all don't have a choice, is I'd rather do this at 6 a.m. with y'all. So the Phil Sorrentinos in your life can lift you up. We doing this for y'all ass go to bed. This is not a good thing. It's not a good thing, but I don't have a choice due to the fact.
Bless us all with a nighttime. Listen to this before you go to bed meditation and clear that energy.
Clear that whole energy. We sure will. That's a good advice, Tamale. We sure will. Never. What I want y'all to do is your letter is for learning and it's for this class. But when you leave this class, don't you look over that letter. Okay. You go back to it in the morning, and of course you're gonna hide it, right? Hide it in your panty drawer or something. Well, no, men like to go in your panty drawer, so hide it somewhere else. You know, hide it with the tampons. We don't like fooling with that. You know what I'm saying? Hide it with that. So do something like that. Do something like that. Okay. She said I threw the first one away and I burned it. That's right. That's right. And let me tell you something. I may be on Deanna's letter, and that's her letter. And you do not cut me any slack, because your voice needs to be heard, right?
Yes,
and I don't. Yes, go ahead, please.
By you saying that, I did it on my notepad on my Apple phone. So do I need to write it down and then I can burn it?
Typically, well, we don't necessarily, the burning part. It's not necessarily a ritual, so it's okay. Typically, I would say write it down because your brain etches things in your brain as you write it down. But right now, we're just going to use technology for what it is. It's all right. Yeah, we'll use it. Go ahead, Deanna.
Cool. I apologize, Prophet. I burn stuff so I don't hold on to the energy. I've gone back, like stuff that I've written over the years. I would go back and find an old journal, and I would find myself reading it and literally reliving that pain. And I invite that energy back in.
But hold on, let me stop right there. She also burns stuff because her companion is a Cancer. That means I am a water sign and a land sign. So while water gives her power, now this is a very way up there conversation, water gives me power too, but trees give me all power. And burning things is something that I teach her, make her do a lot, because when I'm doing my thing, I'm a fire element and a land element person. So since she has this gift of doing both, and a lot of what is spiritually inclined for me, she does. You get it? I'm sure if she never met me, she'd probably be drowning paper too. You understand? Get that water, go. Yeah, then she'd be squeezing and drowning. All right. So don't put too much credence in that. Allow your spiritual practices to be your spiritual practice.
Yeah, thank you, Antonio. That's all.
No, you were doing that. You were doing that, but I wanted to use the pulpit, air quotes, to reinforce that everybody has a proper spiritual practice. Even if you think it's improper, it is serving you. Even if it ain't serving you well, it is getting you to the door, to the road that will serve you to ascension. All things are perfect. All things. And don't worry about that. And it's not a correction. I promise you it's not a correction. But what I'm trying to give you permission to just exist. The stuff y'all wrote down, you haven't given yourself permission to exist.
And you know what?
That's why it's written down. Yes, sir.
It is so powerful that you said that, because in my letter she said it, but I'm gonna say this because of what you said. She called me one time. She needed some money and I didn't give it to her. She called me a cripple MFer.
Oh yeah.
That stayed.
Yep.
That stayed.
Oh yeah,
with
it
me.
does. It does. And every time Renee
Yeah.
don't jump, you gotta listen. Every time Renee don't jump quickly,
ouch,
and tend to him, he is reminded. Y'all hear?
Wow.
Come on,
You
man.
dipping, Bishop. You dipping too much now. Got on this.
Every time.
I should have got on this sword. I shouldn't have got on it, sir. But I'm on it now.
That's important, y'all. I need y'all to get that, right? I need you to get that. Since Damali can't stand her mama, she also can't stand her husband. And is so secretly entrenched in there, she don't even know she doing it. Trey Nace want a real man, but pick a man who act like a real woman that got authority issues. See, I didn't like that. This is why she can't get along with these men, because they act like bitches. Come on, help me out, Trey Days. Come on.
You got that. You got that.
Okay, there you go then. All right then. Okay then. Okay, huh? And she be like, "Why you acting like a lip?" Okay, because you picked one. You pick one with a mustache and a goatee. You understand? Now, I don't mean that word offensively. I'm saying her language. You get up saying her language. Okay, go ahead, Damali. I'm going to play something real quick.
No, I just want to be next. I can go after.
Oh, okay. Let's go after the video. The video gonna set everything up. You are next, but this is for the Trey Naces of the world. Okay, this is. Hold on, I had my spot and then lost it. Come back there. Stop it. Do right. All right, hold on. There we go. Right there. Okay, y'all ready? Trey Nace.
Learning. I was born in Hong Kong, second daughter of a very traditional Chinese family, which, if you know anything about traditional Chinese families, that's a very bad positioning. My parents were not, especially my mother, was not very happy to get the second daughter. In fact, to put it mildly, she was rather upset about it, to the point that she left me in the hospital for the first 3 days. My birth was followed by the birth of 3 boys. So it really cemented my position as being very unwanted. And from there, I really experienced what one would call being an abused, neglected child. From there, I was blessed to have a grandfather who gave me my name, Hey Li. With that name, I knew that somebody really cared about me and thought I was worth something, that I was going to be destined to be something great. So with that in my internal makeup, I was able to circumvent and escape some of the mental abuse and physical abuse I was experiencing. And life was pretty tough, but not as tough as what I found out at age 11 that my classmate Rebecca had. She and her family of 5 total lived in a room and shared a kitchen and bathroom with 2 more families, and they didn't even have enough to eat. I realized that there were people in life in even much worse shape than I was. I wanted to make a difference in their lives because it didn't seem fair, it didn't seem just that with 2 working parents that they couldn't feed and clothe the family properly. And so my mission in life, my compass point was to make a positive difference. Armed with that knowledge, packed up my bags and came to America as a young student, working my way through school, did my undergraduate and graduate degree in 4 years in foods and in nutrition and economics, my master's in economics, so that I could go help make a positive difference in people's life. I stepped forward again, found a job with a company that had the same perspective as I did, and more than that, they were willing to take me as I was, a small immigrant woman of color and take me and rate me and promote me based on my merits. Great story for me, because having been discriminated on every account, by that time, that was a wonderful place to go work, make a difference. And that was May Department Stores International, which is now known as the Macy's Group. I joined them, and as they can say now, the rest is history. I went from there, Vice President of Nike, President of Reebok Apparel.
All right, I'm gonna stop right here. I'm finna push play. I need everybody to stop. Trey Nace, if don't nobody else, I need you to hear every word. She's now the president of Nike, and et cetera, et cetera, et cetera.
And retail group,
Reebok.
and CEO of Veda. And leaving all that to start my own foundation, because I never forgot, whether when I was working as a corporate individual or as a personal life, that my purpose, my compass, was to make a positive difference. So when I was with Reebok, we were able to establish labor standards throughout the world of how our manufacturers would treat their employees. What kind of hours they could keep, what kind of ventilation, lighting, all the things that so many of us in America take for granted had to be established. And there was something that made a difference for all the workers that we work with, but eventually the whole industry. It was something I'm really quite proud of, because I remember the times when I was young and did that myself.
She revolutionized how sneakers are made.
People ask me a time.
Okay, listen. This lady is a massive, what Trey Nace said, there you go. She went from Fortune 100 company to Fortune 100 company to Fortune 100 company, the second daughter of a Chinese family. She might as well, if you have a biblical background, she might as well have been a barren wife who wasn't even Jewish, married to a Jew. It's that bad. She's a pet. You understand? Listen to this.
What about your mother? What is she doing now? Isn't she so proud of you? And the short and long answer is, well, no. And people are so disappointed when they hear that. They think, oh, that must be so devastating. But I say, stop for one moment. If you're looking for approval from outside, whoever it is, you will never be happy. You have to allow them to be who they are, and for you to be who you are, and just accept that. My father died many years ago in a plane crash, but before he died, I felt like we had peace. Even though he never told me in so many words he was proud of me, I know in some level he was. So for me, I'm very at peace with my family, and I appreciate who they are, who they were, and what they've given me, and I'm really very grateful. The one thing I want everybody to know is that you, every one of you, have what it takes to get what you want. It's inside of you. Just go back inside. Don't listen to the tapes from outside, from everybody else telling you what to do, what to love, who to date, what job to have, what car to drive. You know what it is that you need. Go back to your inner wisdom. Listen to your voice, the voice that has been silenced by all this outside tapes. When you get back to that point, find out what is your compass point, and from there, you will live the life that you are born to live. And I promise you, you will find the peace and happiness you're after.
All righty. Uh-oh. There we go. All righty. Amen. Yes, yes, yes. That's part of, coach, speaker stuff. That's the link right there. That's part of a whole movie called The Compass. We're going to end with Damali. Damali, you'll be the last one. Your homework is you're going to take your full letter. You have to come to class with it next week. I'm not telling you you can't come if you don't do it. We're kind of past that phase of the class. I'm trusting you to do it, but you're going to take everything. It's called a stuck point. That thing that you're stuck on. Antonio, how do I know if I'm stuck on it? It's full of emotion. Got it? He hurt me. That's a stuck point. There's an action. Don't try to be perfect with it. Just put it down. I can help you. And next week, you're going to do, and here's the deal. You're going to put all of them as best as you can. If you can't do that, at least give me 4 more. Is that fair? At least give me 4 more.
So we're doing from the letter we wrote tonight, we're filling in A, B, and C.
That's right. That's all I need you to do.
Okay.
Know that there is more than A, B, and C. But what I'm doing to you, Tracy, is I got to start you in the trees. You don't need to know what the forest look like. And if I tell you what the damn forest look like, you're going to reject it anyway. Imagine if I started the leadership class with this. Hey, everybody, I'm so glad you're here. For the first week, we're going to absolutely challenge your beliefs and your thinking, especially only with the people who got you messed up. Yeah. Refund Antonio, please, if I can just have, because I didn't come here for this shit. I didn't come here for this. Nope.
I did not come here.
Yes. And how you gonna tell me who ain't got me messed up? I know who got me messed up. You understand? I
You
get
all
it.
in people business, Antonio.
Right.
Ain't nobody asked you to be all up in their business.
Yeah. First week I met Tradace. You know you dating your mama, huh? That's not gonna work. It's not gonna go over well. It's just not gonna go over well. So we keep these things micro and we walk you to a process. That's why. But you should have known once I got into forgiveness, we was gonna stretch this out 8 weeks. I don't know why you thought. You don't know what you thought. Receive before demonic goes. Just you're gonna do your homework, but also receive that I should have stayed gone. I shouldn't have been there. I knew this was gonna happen. Your subconscious says your wish is my command. So when you get $1 million deal, your $1 million deal says, I should have stayed gone. Your wish is my command. I will make sure you get to stay gone so you won't be blessed. Antonio, you gonna mess around and be on my hit list, and I don't mean prayer. I'm gonna be in her next trauma letter. You know, I'm not thinking about it. It's Antonio. Yes, ma'am.
I mean, can I say thank you? Because I mean, I'm with it. I mean, it'd be hard, but it just is what it is. If you want to do better, you gotta really just do better.
Right. And here's the deal: you're like incredibly attractive too, right? So she's got the voluptuous figure, she's got the personality, she's got this, and that's a problem. So I only have to ask. She's gonna hate her body because she has a problem with the woman who gave her the body. So how are you gonna like anything that flowed from that womb?
So what I will say, I'll say that I'm grateful for having my grandmother and my great-grandmother.
Amen. Because you would be a whole lot worse, wouldn't you?
My grandmother made me feel like I was a shit.
There you go.
What I tell you?
There you go.
If it wasn't for her,
yep,
I probably wouldn't be at least in this direction like I am.
No, you wouldn't.
It always made me feel like I was a shit.
Yeah.
All the time.
Yeah, for sure you would. That's what God always sends us, an Abigail. Always. Yeah, that's too deep of a Old Testament reference, but King David's about to mess up his whole future. Wouldn't even fit to be king no more. Abigail, Lord, just let me just let that curse fall on me. Don't kill Nabal. Just take it out on me. And a few years later, he became king of all of Israel. Sometimes God sends you a grandmother so you can eventually ascend. Okay, hold on, Damali.
I heard you.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, Damali. We go see now. I gotta do this. Now we're gonna go like 5 minutes over. Hold on, Damali. Just hold on for a second. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord high and lifted up. His train filled the temple. Okay. Now that particular text, King Uzziah, also Azariah, you find it out in Chronicles, reigned for 52 years. And as long as he reigned, the children of Israel, the Hebrew people, had prosperity. Their streets were lined with silver. Then he died. And the whole world missing the king, Isaiah the most. And when Isaiah needs God, God don't show up as God. God shows up as the king that Isaiah misses the most. When Trey Nace needed a woman who would love her, the universe said, here's your grandmother. Y'all not hearing me. And if I dig in the Molly story long enough, we're going to have some version of Trey Nace's grandmother in her story that let her not go all the way left. All the time, presently, actively, you always have enough in your life to win at the highest level. The trick is, are you paying attention to? Come on, Damali. You last one. We're gonna work it out. Come on. You know it's deep. She took a whole deep breath. Come on.
I don't even want to read this letter anymore. because between the videos and the talking, I feel like I started somewhere in the middle of a mess and not at the beginning of my mess. But anyway, I'm gonna read it.
Let's give your trauma brain a voice. Remember, I'm not gonna let you read the whole letter.
Yeah.
Not for sake of time, but just because we don't need to. Because we want to. I want you to do the work. Okay, go ahead.
So I'll start with 5 minutes before. I'm the family financial manager.
Oh, this is already good. This is already good.
And she made some financial mistakes that could have been easily avoided.
Stop right there. I got my event. Okay, you got two of them. This is important. That's important for you. She made financial mistakes, and you got two events, and she could have avoided those. Those are two different events. All right. So in A, I need you to write, you're gonna write two A's. That's gonna be one A, then you're gonna give me another A. You're gonna deal with both of these. Could y'all hear the emotion on those? She made financial mistake. I told her not to do that. It could have been avoided. See, she asked, don't listen. See it?
Always messing something up.
I always messing something up. Right. So this is what she could have avoided them. And she's gonna put this. I tell myself this, she always messes something up. I tell myself this, why she in my business if I do the financial stuff? If you telling me to do the finances, why you in my way, right? I tell myself this. Okay, so that's what she's gonna do. So you got it, Damali, then you're gonna tell me how you feel. So go ahead and tell us a little bit of your story now, since you got that ABC. Tell us a little bit of your story. Come on, let's get this off your chest.
And I've just made mistakes that could have been avoided because I just don't do what I know what the fuck I need to do. I just don't. I don't understand my brain sometimes. Like I know what to do, and I just don't do it. Or I forget about it. Or when I remember it, it's like a week past due or whatever. Like it's just like, ugh, what is wrong with you? Like what the fuck?
I get it. No, I get it. That's so real.
Like when are you gonna just slow down and be like focus on one thing for God's sake? Like just.
That's so real. Come on, y'all encourage it. Come on, give me encouragement. Come on.
You're not alone, Denali. Trust me, you are not alone.
Not at all.
In no shape, form, or fashion.
Now, what I want you to do is, we're gonna finish, but we're not gonna finish. We're gonna do both. What I want you to do is, this is the same thing that has to happen to me. Don't worry about it. This is the whole point of trauma therapy, whatever. What I want you to do is, Damali, I want you to take a deep breath from your gut and find yourself. Don't worry. Find yourself. Let it out. Take another one. Find yourself. Let it out. This time, when you take another one, I want you to be aware of your fingers, and I want you to tell yourself what they feel like. Take a deep breath. All right, let it out. I want you to feel your fingers. This time, I want you to feel your fingers all the way up to your elbows. Just take a deep breath. Be aware of all that. I want you to be aware of your body. Okay, that was from the chest. I want you to come from your stomach now. Okay, take a deep breath. I want you to feel your fingers all the way up to your neck. feel your body, feel where you are in this present. This time, take a deep breath, and I want you to smell the room. Your subconscious has knocked that smell out the room, so you can pay attention to me. Your conscious. Now smell the room. What does it smell like? Okay. See that? Yeah, see what I'm doing? She's finding herself instead of finding her trauma. Somebody needed to hear that. All right. Now here's the deal. The reason why she's crying about this trauma, the reason why we cry about our trauma, because we don't give a voice to it. So what Damali is saying is, I'm supposed to be stronger. Really? Later, I'm going to say, Damali, is that based in fact? I ain't doing it today, but you can guarantee, Fabi. Warren knew better. Is that a fact? Is that based in fact? That's coming. That lets you say, yes, it is. No.
In fact, you want to know why? You want to know why?
I'm gonna get that a lot. Go ahead.
His ex, who he has a child with,
yeah,
he has custody of because she's strung up on drugs and whatnot. She did to him,
right?
This motherfucker doing to me.
Fair enough.
He knows for a fact what it feels like.
Well, he knows, but he's not operating in fact. He hasn't learned the lesson yet. So no. See, this is. Well, I took you too fast. I'm
just gonna pretend this is vodka.
I do understand. I completely understand. Look, she gonna love this class so much. She gonna have a whole birth. It'd be like, just hold the camera, nurse. Just hold the camera right here while in the hospital bed. No, I get it. And remember, we're so emotional about these things, and everything is a fact. We'll get to that later. All right. We'll get to that later. That's why I'm not taking you there, Grace. That's why I'm not taking you there. Because, yeah, that's right. Sip your tea, Grace. If I take you there now, you can be like, you got me. Nope. Or whatever, Antonio. You see, that's the problem. Y'all get some degrees and think y'all know everything. Right? You go. You gonna do all that stuff like that. I get it. Tracy, I get it. Damali is hating herself, but does God hate Damali? I need to be stronger. Really? Or I'm acting like a little girl. Okay, so only little girls hurt? Only little girls cry? See that?
Wow.
It was a fact until I said that. It was a fact until I challenged it. It was a fact until I challenged it. We're going to get there. I'm not challenging anything. Y'all should have seen the eyes. Whatever.
No, I was squinting because I was trying to read. Something popped up and I was trying to read what somebody wrote. I couldn't see it. So
if I'm the weak one, I'm not the dependable. Ooh.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to read.
Ooh, that's good. That's good. And then later I'm gonna say, well, Deanna, is that based in the fact? Is that right? And you're gonna have to deal with that. But don't worry about that now. Right now, Damali, the only thing I want you to do is go ABC. And ABC says Damali felt it. Damali told herself something, and it made her cry. The event did not make Damali cry. What she told herself about the event made Damali cry. And in 1929, or whenever Napoleon Hill wrote that book, he got a whole chapter about this. It's called autosuggestion. He's got a whole chapter about this. He really, really does. And it's early too. It's early. Early. He says, if you want to be rich, you got to control column B. Remember, Damali's been through worse, but yet this is the worst thing in her life. She is the worst thing in her life. She's been through worse. Damali, did you have C-section or did you have your children vaginally?
Oh, no, they all came out. I got some real childbearing hips, man.
Like they came out.
They was like,
yeah, she got dilated this big. skin ripped off and needed stitches. And yet that ain't on her. That's trauma. You hear me? Having a baby is a traumatic event. You got to break blood and boo-boo on yourself for that. That's just natural part of childbirth. You understand? That ain't on her list. What's on her list is herself paying a bill 30 days late. Because she tell herself, I'm always not taking care of the people who actually love me. We're gonna come back to that. You don't say that to anybody. You'll lose your shit. Don't say that.
Wait a minute though. Because I have to say something because you said
go ahead. Go ahead.
Because I actually, when I did something you said in the class a couple weeks ago, I don't know, showing up in you know, the ministry of showing up. And I realized how much I just don't show up. I don't show up. I don't show up for myself. I don't show up for other people. I don't show up to pay these bills on time. I just don't show up.
You is not the only one here. You hear me?
No, because I thought you were talking about me. Wait a minute.
Like, why Damali calling me out like that, right? Is
But
there another one who don't show up?
I just wanted to say something about the video that really just struck me.
Yeah, go ahead.
When the lady talked about how when people asked her, "I'm proud of her," and she was like, "Nah, but I'm good." And so that hit me like a gut punch because I know my major struggle is being judged, and because I grew up with a critical mother, and now I have a very critical husband. And so I avoid doing things I realize so that I don't even put myself in position to be judged.
Okay, and since you spared me up 3 weeks in you, Damali, let me tell you what your real problem is. Okay, when it comes to this isolated incident, her reward system has been reversed. Since she had a critical mother, the only way for her to be blessed, happy, in peace, and with self-esteem was not to show up so her mama couldn't have no ammo to criticize her. So she spent 18 to 22 years being rewarded for not showing up. Now in her marriage, in her life, in her ascension, she can't stop not showing up because it no longer rewards her. But she's so conditioned to being rewarded for not showing up. Because the way she could get to sleep with a smile on her face was to underachieve. Her mama didn't want another woman in the house. Her mama didn't want another leader in the house. Uh-oh, Jamal gets it. Her mama didn't want another happy person in the house. Her mama wanted to be happy by making her unhappy. And Damali figured out before she could pronounce the word happy, if I want to be happy, don't show up. But what got you here won't get you there. Your reward system needs to be changed now. Now she's whatever we do, we continue as long as it rewards us. So she did it for 27 years, 28 years, and now she has a husband that don't reward her for not showing up, and it reminds her of her mother. So when she perceives the trigger of her mother, she goes back to not showing up because it's the only way that she can get sleep at night. It's the only way she can kiss her husband in the mouth, not showing up, because when she show up and get criticized, it fucks with her sex drive. Was that too real? Was that?
No, that's exactly real.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely real. And I find myself, when I feel criticized and judged, I isolate myself a lot sometimes too.
Right.
And I learned through my natal chart and numerology that my karma is isolation. And I isolate myself.
Y'all see it? Can y'all see how we're ending right now? Can y'all see? Y'all clap for Damali and everybody else who's been transparent. Yeah, because let me tell you
Way
something.
to go, Damali.
I heard, well, I'm not sure.
Right.
I'm gonna say we heard Ken pain. Now I don't mean like metaphorically. You can hear it. If I'd have let him kept going, he'd have broke down. You heard Damali pain. You heard Trinace pain. Did I say Trinace today? I hope I'm saying Trinace. I did.
You said it a few times. Thank you.
Half and half.
Yeah.
Half and half. There you go. Half and half. There you go. I'm working on it. I've been doing it for 29 weeks now. All right, Trinace. We've heard their pain, and we heard Fabi pain, and we heard Fabi pain while pregnant. So we don't even know, because she got like hormones going on that she can't even control. You know what I'm saying? So she did a good job. She did a good job. And we're in it. Give me like 5 minutes and we're out of here. So I just want to honor you all who shared. And that this day of the week has always been the best thing that I've ever done for my organization. It has always. This is cycle 8. And I decided I'm not doing this no more. This is my very last year. And I'm just going to record. Yeah, I just recorded. Sometime at the end of the year, I'm going to ask y'all, because I wanted to be a part of Pathbender, but it's going to be with y'all permission. It won't be ever outside. It'll just be a part of Pathbender, even though y'all automatically in Pathbender, should you desire. She said, no. Should you desire for this to be seen to help people along their journey. But Pathbender is very private, very secret. And it's part of it's like Sacred Women. It's not, but it is. It is like Sacred Women, though. And I want people to be like that. But nevertheless, thank you all, and I honor you. So let's give you some action. But you got your homework, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, right? Do your homework. But I want to give you something actionable for tonight. Every time I talk, every class, y'all don't know it, but I come up with a statement. 2 friends asked me about the next enrollment. Okay, well, if you keep talking like that, you know, what Jerome say, God, you got your plan, but God has other plans. You know, and every time I say this my last time, you know, God be doing something. I need to start saying that. Because
I don't even understand how it could be your last time, because you know the times we're in, you know, people are waking up and they need people to help guide them through this transition. I don't even know why you're telling yourself that, bro. This is the time where you're most needed in the community. I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
But
This is the time you need the most.
Yeah, the people who were closest to me had to go through 2 years of this. They got to go through 2 years of this just to be close to me. Because integrity for me is everything. I told one of y'all that earlier today. Integrity for me is everything. And you can't be close to me if I can't trust your integrity. It's not that it's my standard. That's not what I'm worried about. It's not my feelings I'm worried about. It's your law of attraction I'm worried about. Uh-oh. And that leads me to the main point. Yes, that leads me.
Wow.
I'm afraid of what you're attracting. And when you get close to me, we share a garden. And I don't have time to plant. I don't have time to reap what you're sowing. Not in my garden. Tracy is feeling me. You feel me? Not in my garden. Because I already am responsible for what I plant. And I done got to the point in my life that I do some pretty damn good planting. And I'm not fit to let you come over here and take me back to what I've already ascended from. Amen. Real talk, I don't something.
No, I'm sorry. I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing at Jamal and he's in the comments.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. It's the wrong week. Quit here. Fair enough. But be like 100. I want you to be real.
I got a question.
Yeah. Go ahead. Because I'm giving my closing thoughts. We out of here. So don't think we finna go way over time. We're not. I promise you, we're not. Go ahead, sir.
Because I'm gonna be short. But you said you don't want someone else stuff that they planted
in my garden.
In your garden.
And that's biblical because I'm being a good steward of my garden.
Okay.
However,
Mm-hmm.
would that imply that your garden is now therefore thorn or tears free?
Well, yeah, I would say that. I would say that for sure. Now, keep in mind, what's out of your statement is, I want 1,000 million, 100,000 millionaires in my garden, just the
Right.
ones with the right integrity. You understand what I'm saying? The ones with the right. I need you to act like Phil. You understand what I'm saying? I need you to act like Ken. If the
Right.
kid, think about this. Me and Ken just went through somebody putting their garden in
Right.
our garden.
Right. Right.
And we ain't got time for that, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got time for that, because it is not arrogant for Phil Sorrentino to protect his garden. It is intelligent.
And that's what I've been learning. I've been watching.
Yeah, it's a hard lesson to learn.
It is. I
It is
have
hard.
been watching,
Yeah.
although I know that I'm still learning and climbing.
Yeah.
There are definitely things that I have been learning from my family, which is y'all. And that is to be able to say without remorse, it's okay to protect what you're planting and to
What you're
protect
reaping.
what you right, and
That's
to
right.
protect what I'm reaping,
That's
and
right.
also
Without apology, like you said, without apology and
without
explanation. You don't need to explain it.
That
Even if
part.
they your kids.
That
Even if
that
they your
part.
kids.
That part, and it is. It is. It's difficult. However, I'm so proud of me because I have always been on the other end of making sure that everybody else's garden
Right.
has something that they can look back on and be proud of.
Right.
I heard earlier about the grandmothers. I think that was Trinace that was talking about her grandmother, if it wasn't for her being in her life and giving her stuff. And it just made me think back to how many times I've pulled my children and grandchildren and their friends and their two friends and so on, and have had to help them and then turn around and say to me, well, you don't have the time, or you don't need to do you.
Right.
Or you know what I mean? So
Right.
listening and watching you all is helping me to get to that point where I can do that. I could plant in my garden and expect to have the best and the good come out of it without apologizing for it, and watching over it without being apologetic for it.
And
That's
asking
why
for permission. Like, so what Trey Nace needs to
Right.
do, what Damani needs to do, is stop asking their mama for permission to live. They just need to notify their mama, this is what I'm doing now. Y'all asking for permission. You need to start giving notifications. You know what I'm saying? And anybody coming at you, you could help you, Trey Nace, anybody coming at you that, and she's sitting Indian style, y'all. My knees can't do that no more. You hear me? I've jumped out too many helicopters for that. Go ahead, Trey Nace.
So during COVID, I hit that point.
Good. And that's what God often sends you, massive destruction, so you can hit points like that.
Yeah. So I hadn't seen my mother in like a lot of years, and I don't talk to her because I don't like drama.
I'm not the drama no more. So I don't hold any conversations. But she tried to get me last week.
Yep.
I was there with them. She just said, hey, Tracy, I love you. That was twice when I was in North Carolina. My dad and I are working on a family tree. And I text her, I say, hey, me and dad working on a family tree. I need to verify aunts. No, don't tell him my birthday. Ma'am, he was married to you. He know when your birthday is, baby. And he already put you on the family tree. Then I say, well, okay. And she say, don't give him no information. I say, she say, unless you call me. I say, well, ma'am, I was just there and I saw you twice. You didn't hold no conversation with me. So you want to control the conversation by me calling so you can get mad and hang up.
That's right.
I'm not gonna play that game with you.
That's right. That's right. That's right. And I could completely relate. Let me tell y'all, Grace, give me the time for 3 minutes. I can completely relate because I'm dealing with my mama right now. And it's not just the reconnection. It's been quite difficult. Y'all don't even understand. I haven't said that, and I'm not gonna say that for quite some time. I got it fully processed. And I feel here lately, my ascension, I've been processing in real time. Like I don't need to wait to process. I've been processing in real time. And I've realized what I've been dealing with lately is mental health issues. So it's even more difficult. It's even more difficult because I'm dealing with abusive language and there's all sorts of stuff. You know what I'm saying? There's all sorts of stuff that it's just all sorts of stuff. Okay. And we'll talk about it later, probably in this platform, but and then trying to leave hospice and all sorts of stuff. So you're talking about, Phil, I'm going through hell. I promise you. Don't let the glowing skin fool you with it's rough around this joint. But what I've learned, and I kid you not, I ain't let it get in me not one time. Not one time. And I'm not talking about how great I am, and I'm not talking about growth. This is very important for y'all to understand what I'm about to say. I recently let go of some extreme trauma that I've been carrying for decades. Army stuff, And when I let that go, Phil, my soul got more energetic resources to deal with bullshit coming at my direction. Now, I mean that, excuse the way I said it, but when I let go of what I wrote down, I can deal with this in stride because I'm no longer having 100 arms holding 100 things. I ain't holding nothing. So call me an effing failure. It's all good. I can't even hear that. So what I keep saying over and over is, Mama, you're not gonna make me mad. I don't get mad. I keep saying it over and over. Same tone. I hear you. I give a big old hug. And I just let it go. Well, I never even picked it up. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna make me mad. I don't get mad. I don't. I've been mad 5 times in 29 years. So I got like 8 more years left before I get mad again. You know what I'm saying? I got like 8 more year clock left. I'm not gonna get mad. I'm not. No matter what I'm not gonna do it. So I'm not just dealing with that. I'm dealing with mental health, like some severe mental health issues too. So I had to call a nurse today. They were supposed to be today. They didn't come to check on her competency because the cancer spread to the brain. And now, I don't know if you know about frontal lobe injuries, but when that, Jerome knows what I'm talking about, they start acting differently, aggressively, saying things that don't really represent them. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know. You got to know to know. Jerome, understand what I'm talking about. So I'm telling you, we'll talk another day in time. But I'm not making this about me. When I'm making this about here, Trey, I almost messed up. What I'm making this about is the moment you let go of what you wrote down, it'll take a while. The rest of this stuff coming at you, it does become your footstools. But you out here trying to make your enemies your footstools when everything is your enemy. And you holding on to stuff that you've been, and you talking about fifth grade. I mean, when you in the fifth grade, you holding this for 4-5 decades, wondering why you empty. Every morning you wake up, you pick up 500 pounds of decades.
And it's connected to every single other trauma that happened.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That part, that
Absolutely.
thing. Stuff.
So yeah, I get it. So I've learned that when I let go of that war trauma field, it's a walk in the park. My whole mama situation is a walk in the park. That don't mean it ain't disrupting my entire life. It is disrupted. There ain't nothing good about this shit. There ain't a damn good story came out this joint yet. You hear me? Not a one. But real slick like, and this is where we in. Because Grace told me I had a minute left 2 minutes ago. This is where we in. She was with one of the nurses or the CNAs, whatever you want to call them. They were taken to the bathroom because they finally start coming this week. So now I can get away. I thought so, Phil. Lies. You're wrong. You don't know who you're dealing with. Lynn Faith, you don't understand. You don't know who you're dealing with, right? This is all right. Lies. I thought I could get away. Lies. And she walked in the bathroom and she said, my son loved me. So the nurse came all the way in the kitchen and told me, your mama said her son loved her. Right now, I just got a message. She ain't taking the medicine because she mad. She want to leave. So all I'm finna do is give her a big old hug. So you hungry? That's my point. My point is, well, it wasn't my original point, but it's not my point now, talking to y'all. My point is, Jamal, when you let this stuff go, anything coming against you, now you say any weapon formed against me, that ain't true. If y'all got trauma, all the weapons formed against you will prosper. When you let go, then that scripture is true.
You met them again. You met them.
You out here trying to be great. You try to apply scripture.
I'm gonna take a half a day tomorrow.
There you go. Look, you out here trying to apply scriptures for your good with trauma. No, you can't do it. So that's it, y'all. Thank you so much. We'll see you. Remember your homework. Just do the whole list. If you can't, give me 4 more, because you can see how helpful this is going to be. There is a C, there is an E, and we'll come at the E, F, and a G, or whatever the hell. There's 6 more. All right, there's 6 more. All right? I can't do the damn alphabets out of order, but you know what I'm talking about. A, B, C, D, E, E, whatever. Hell, you got it. There's a D, and an E, and an F, and a G, and an H. We're getting to it, but that's where we are. I love you very much. You can play better. You can.
Wait.
Okay,
so
hold on. Love you, everybody. If you got to go ahead and go. Go ahead and go. I'll get her, but love you, everybody. I can go ahead. Feel free to disconnect. Love you, everybody. You're supposed to say love you more.
Love you more.
Love you more.
Love you more. Love you more.
So now, if you got to disconnect, go ahead and disconnect. Sandra, please. I'm not being rude to you. I'm just giving people to disconnect.
No problem. And I appreciate that. I just, because I wasn't in a position to get what I needed and get.
Oh, yeah, fair enough.
And that was earlier. So I'm doing A, B, C, right?
Mm-hmm. Did you get your pictures?
I got the pictures.
Good.
I checked for those. I got those. It's 2, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. And the
then
second, the feelings wheel helps you with C.
Okay.
Okay.
So I took a picture of the feelings wheel. Did you send that as a picture too?
Yep.
Yeah. I just, Miss Sandra, I just sent
Go ahead,
it to
Deanna. You
you
can call off. Go ahead, Deanna.
I just sent it to you in Messenger.
Okay.
Okay, good.
So for A, I put, wait a minute.
Grace, can I send you an example that you can send to everybody who's on the class? Do you remember everybody who's here?
Yes, I have a list.
Just send it to the people who was, well, you got a list. Well, send it to the people who was
Who are
here.
on the call today? Okay.
Who on the call? Yeah, because I don't expect some people to come back. That's not a dissonant. I just don't expect some people to come back.
Gotcha.
So I put feeling A, right?
Right. Yes, absolutely. And what I'm about to do is I'm having Grace is going to send everybody, even the people who just disconnected.
Okay.
Grace. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm gonna text them to Grace, and then I'm gonna text everybody who texts me. I'm gonna send that. Okay, Grace. And then you probably gonna be double sending.
Okay.
But I'd rather double send than no send.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. So
Appreciate
great.
that.
Send that to Sandra first.
Okay.
And then what I'll do for y'all is I will share it on the screen so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But you also, if you text me, you're about to get this here. There's a oh, wait.
Thank you, Antonio.
Oh, yeah. I got you. Okay, hold on. I think it's too high. Can y'all see it?
Yeah, you see
All
it.
right, so you see it. There was your example.
Okay. Okay.
So I'm sending it to everybody. Oh, nope. I forgot to airdrop it to myself.
Hey, I wanted to just thank you real quick while you're doing this.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you put me on to Gary V. And Gary V has helped me a lot with this don't give a fuck about what people think about you thing. So much so that I noticed myself. So what I used to do when I cook, I'd be like, hey, babe, what you think? You like it? Every freaking meal. So now, and my husband and his natural tendencies, yeah, it's a little salty. Yes, this, yes, that, but it's good. He always give me the negative first and then go, but it's good. So I just stop asking. It has been so free. Because I know when I taste it, it's good. And I don't need to tell me it's good because when I taste it, I know it's good. So I just have to share that with you.
That is very dope. Good for
stop
you.
seeking that approval. I had to stop seeking that approval.
Good
So
for
yeah,
you.
anyway, I wanted to share
for
that.
you.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, no. Yeah, good for you. No, yeah, good for you. That's tough. That's real tough. That's real tough. And I respect that. Especially when you cook it. Because like you saving somebody's life, right? You know what I'm saying? And some of the worst trauma come when somebody judging your food. You know, like get out my kitchen. That's why you say get out my kitchen. Yeah, no, real talk. That food
Antonio?
stuff is real. Yes, sir.
Since you stuck around,
and I thank you for it because I gotta get this right.
Yeah, yes.
I want to abuse you too.
Okay.
And you don't have to answer it now.
Okay.
But I'm struggling with something with this exercise you got us doing.
Okay.
The one thing that I've been saying to myself is my role as a caregiver, and you know about that, okay? Is that is something that has been given to me, and I believe that I'm more than capable of handling it. And I know that I can't use it as an excuse or a reason not to move forward. Right. And yet it pulls at me at any given time. I'm getting ready to do something and boom, 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 and I have to stop, deal with it, boom, boom, boom. And sometimes when I'm done with it, I'm exhausted. So that other thing that I was supposed to do, I needed to get done, didn't get done, but I know I can't use it as an excuse for not being productive. And I don't have a problem with like feeling guilty or feeling bad because, oh, woe is me. No, we ain't got time for that. But the other thing is I need to know how to handle that moving forward and putting it in its proper place within me so that I don't allow it to become a distraction for those things I know I got to do. And I know, and you can marinate that. You ain't got.
I don't have to marinate it. I'm just debating if I'm going to take you too fast right now, or so. If you, I know you're going to stay this next 6 weeks. We're going to deal with all that, but I'll tell you.
Come on.
Yeah. I'll tell you this. You're struggling with fact and habit, kind of like Fabi was before. Fact and habit, and everything you said was a fact. But the truth is, none of it was a fact.
Okay.
Yeah, none of it was. First off, what's a caregiver? So what is the role of a caregiver? If I made you challenge the role of a caregiver, let's do it now. Let's do it now. You're a caregiver, Jerome. There's no doubt about it. There's absolutely no doubt about it. Right now, so we're going to do this here. Right now, hold on, this is the nurse. You're not answering there. Oh, I have no idea what this is. Oh. Oh, I have no idea what that is. Anyway, so I just got a text message that my mom's agitated, blah, 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 blah. It was just like, she's like, so I'm supposed to walk into a storm. Yep. And I'm the caregiver. And if I keep Jerome's and my Black culture definition of caregiver, amen, it means I am supposed to be calm, keep hot coals of kindness over her head, and take all she about to tell me. No, I'm not. As a caregiver, here are my exact motions I will do. Hey, mama, very respectably, need anything? No, she's gonna say no. I know she's gonna say no. Not a problem. And I'm gonna say, sure. Okay. And then I'm gonna say, looking good, looking strong. And I'm going to write my book. As a caregiver, what I will not do is be trapped into a definition of caregiver because she right now is afraid to die, mad she's dying, mad she's not getting something when she's being treated like royalty, and she knows it. This is no problem. And I'm just simply not about to, under any circumstances, judge her for her frontal lobe being ate up by cancer. What I'm also not going to do is be affected with an A. It's not going to happen. As a caregiver, I have the right to give care without carrying your cross.
Wow, Bishop. I'm glad I stayed. Wow. Thank you, Jerome. And, wow.
I can't. What I did yesterday, I laid you, man, I just laid all words ain't working. So, I just laid down with her, hugged her. And I keep saying the same thing, man. You ain't gonna make me mad. I promise that. Whatever it is, it ain't gonna separate us. We're not getting separated. So you might as well just today, honest to God truth, I said, today she was saying something, I said these exact, I said, just sound like Antonio. I said, well, we got two options. Real cool. I said, we got two options. I said, option number one, I've got you reported as competent of sound mind. And I said, now my power of attorney kicks in whether you competent or not. I'm power of attorney now and can do whatever you need me to do, or I can overrule whatever you want me to overrule. But you my mama, so I don't do that. And you ain't got nothing that I want. So we got two options. You can do what you said, but you're gonna die faster. Or you could not do what you said and not die faster. Those are two options. Need something to eat? So my deal is, every interaction is not like this. I am making it clear under no circumstances will you knock me off my Jesus energy. It's not happening.
So Bishop, basically you're saying I'm gonna take care of her, but I'm not taking her mess. I'm not taking on what she's giving me.
Yes, but I'm saying it even more powerful than that. I'm gonna take care of her with no judgment. I don't even see the mess. I don't even see what she's given me. See, there's a text in the Old Testament that says Saul got agitated at David's anointing. He's playing the harp. And if you know what, since y'all here, watch this here. Since y'all here, this is Grace, y'all food around and got blessed. You hear me? Yeah. Okay, hold on. Y'all food around and got blessed.
But wait, while you doing that, can you tell me what this letter is supposed to be? Because we wrote a letter last week.
You're during it's the same letter, but you're rewriting. This time you're gonna put yourself. You're gonna say what happened to you. You're also gonna say exactly how you felt.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, exactly. 1 Samuel 19. I'm glad we're still recording. No, 1 Samuel 19 ESV. I won't take long. This won't be a Bible lesson, but this is what I'm explaining to you what I'm doing. It's not that I won't take her stuff. I don't see her stuff. It's not that I'm being strong. I'm being Christ.
No, I get it, because towards the end, Grandma got a little feisty, and we was like, where this woman came from? You know?
Yeah, that frontal lobe, man. It starts. It's a frontal lobe is something serious, man. It's something serious, and people start acting. People start acting a little different, and it's just meant. It's just part of the human brain. Once that stuff can start getting eroded, it's not them. It's not their personality that comes out. You want it to be, but it's not them. It's not them. You get what I'm saying? All right, so watch this here. Here's the text. All right. Here's, I'm gonna move this out of the way. I'll move over here. Here's the text. 1 through 10. Saul tried to kill David. David doing this thing. Saul gets mad at it. We just go straight to number 9. Then a harmful spirit came upon the Lord, and fear from the Lord came upon Saul. He sat in his house with a spear in his hand. And David playing a harp. And David was playing a harp. And Saul sought to pin him to the wall with the spear. But he dodged it, so that he struck the spear into the wall, and then David fled and escaped. And watch this here. This time, we're gonna do this a couple of times. King James, same verse. Search. There we go. King James, same verse. And Saul sought to smite David, even to the wall with a javelin. But he slipped away out of Saul's presence, and he smote the javelin to the wall, and David fled and escaped the night. Okay, let's do it again. I think you like the amplified version. We're gonna do it again. Saul tried to pin David to the wall with the spear, but he escaped from Saul's presence, so that Saul only struck the spear into the wall. David fled and escaped that night. One more time, Message version. That's Tempest's favorite version of the Bible. Message version is like, yeah, it gives you the heart of the message.
You just passed this color, Matt. There you go.
There you go. Yeah, right. All right. So here we go. Verse 10. Suddenly Saul tried to skewer David with a spear, but David ducked, and the spear struck into the wall. And David got away. It was night. So what is this saying? David didn't just dodge Tracy. David dodged again and again and again, and then removed himself from the situation. See, I'm not saying my mama is doing something wrong. I'm saying I keep dodging every spit. The problem with us as a caretaker, we takes all we can take, and then we finally got to say something. Not me. Come on, help me out now. Come on. Let's see, I walked away, and you're going to come chase after me. Now you got to get it.
You're right.
Antonio, I'm so glad I asked you this question because, and for 2 reasons. Number one, her condition has definitely gotten worse.
Yep.
But my ability to deal with it and handle it has gotten better.
That's
and right. I can tell. Okay. So, and it's along the same lines. Instead of resisting, listening, and based on whatever's going on,
right,
finding a way to make it palatable so that there's a calm. And then when that calm comes, the things I need to continue to do, I can do. And boom. So I like the reason I asked that question was when we talked this last week, you know my sister, she at the top of my list. But here's the other thing with that. That has improved. Not her, the situation.
Right. Because once you get better, everything around you got to get better.
Bingo. And that's where I brought up the caregiver thing, because I says it took me a minute to figure out my sister's situation, that I was allowed. There were times when I would finish a call like this and I wouldn't go to sleep till 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning because all that crap was running through my head. And I'm sitting there going, I'm 60 some damn years old. And I ain't never, when I went to sleep, I went to sleep. And I'm letting this stuff keep me up. No, this stuff is controlling me. I'm not controlling it. And we ain't gonna have that. So I'm grateful that I started putting that stuff where it belonged. And I can see where you're going with this, but it's not enough, because I didn't, when it was happening to me, Antonio, I didn't know it was happening to me. I'm glad I recognize what it is, but I also know I don't have all the answers.
Right.
So I don't want to take the caregiving thing for granted, even though I have more control over it than I do over my sister's situation.
Right.
Because of the fact that, because you were talking about the responsibility, I'm a caregiver, but I'm not only a caregiver, I'm a husband.
Right.
I made a commitment before God and man.
Right.
But all of that plays, based on this disease itself, there may be a time where one of my brothers said, you may have to place, it may have come down to transitioning.
It may have to.
All of that. See what I'm saying? So I don't want to take it, and it's all new to me. So I don't want to take it for granted that just because I'm doing better and things are better, or that I'm with ATS, that I got this. No, I don't have this. And that's why I asked you that question, sir.
There's no doubt. And I'm gonna tell you, you're never in your life gonna make a good decision from a bad place. So if you don't grab the caregiver under control and have that stress-free, whatever decision you make is gonna be under duress, and it's gonna be a decision you will regret. But if you relax in your body and know it is time for a transitional home, it is time for a nursing home, then you'll be the loving husband that show up every day with applesauce. You get what I'm saying? Because you won't have any regrets. You get it? But you'll never, Tracy, you never made a good decision from a bad place. It never happened. The vibration of bad place stops good decisions. It just don't happen. I'm not telling y'all, I promise you I'm going through hell. Like I said Damali a bunch of stuff. I had no idea. It wasn't until 2 hours later that Deanna told me she talked to you. When I sent you those things, it had nothing to do with you talking to Deanna. I didn't find out till 2 hours later. So then when I sent you something the next day, I was like, look, take some more stuff too there. You know what I'm saying? Take some more of this too then. That was after the fact. This is what I did. Damali goes into Zoom, uploads podcasts for me. I'm uploading to other podcasts, you know what I'm saying? But she uploads podcasts for me. And I've just decided in myself that wherever I go, she will get the fruits of these labor. Some resources, some money. I just decided wherever I go, and all she's doing, and I don't mean to diminish it, that's not what I'm trying to do, but I'm just saying what she's doing, all she's doing, I'm gonna say it the way I want to say it, is just uploading podcasts. But to me, it's a huge deal. I get all she's doing, but to me, it's a huge deal. And I just gave her $30,000 worth of a login. Yeah, I don't know. Have you logged in yet, Sar?
Yes. Oh my God, the whole catalog,
the whole library.
I'm like, man, and now I don't want to stretch at the call, but I've just been. See, this is why you make me sick, Antonio, because if we just listen to it, the first fucking place, we would be okay. Because now I'm going back to, if I want to be a blessing to many, more than likely it's gonna be over social media, just being my damn self, because apparently everybody who I get around thinks I'm wonderful and have so much to offer to the world. And maybe I should just stop trying to hide and just put it out there. So yeah, Antonio, what you sent me is very relevant
It's
and helpful.
very relevant, and it's gonna help you with Ashley too, right? You know
Exactly. It is
what I'm
going to
saying? Give
help
you
me with
all
that.
the power.
Exactly.
But she ain't got
And to comment on the podcast, the reason why I asked to do that is because it just feels like I'm supporting the vision, because I have such belief in the vision overall that I just want to make sure that I'm just giving toward the vision. If it can't be money all the time, something, action, support. That's why I do it.
I promise you. First off, thank you, and I promise you, when I close some of these deals, and that cash flow start coming in, just Damali, just take this a couple of times. Don't worry about it. Just boom. You know what I'm saying? Boom, boom, boom. Because what she's doing for me, and I know it's just uploading podcasts, but for me, it's in alignment with the support and the vision, but it's a little stronger than that for me. I feel like it is Peter carrying his Lord's word. That's how I view Damali, as one of the 3 disciples that wouldn't let his Lord down or forgotten. So for me, you're not just uploading podcasts. You are helping me fulfill my mission for the light. And I get to carry light in different places because you're carrying light right there. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I can't tell you how many people text me, slap on everybody's like, man, I just stumbled across your podcast. Yeah, well, you stumbled across what Damali uploaded. So for me, the value of uploading a podcast has no value. So they'll be like, why you bought her a mansion? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Or somebody may be like, man, I may get a whole thing for a whole steal. But like, Damali, this is yours now. Don't even worry about it. Big things are coming. Damali, you really ain't got nothing to worry about. You know what I'm saying? So I did that because I was sitting there minding my business in meditation. The source was like, gift Damali all this stuff. I didn't talk to, I kid you not, I didn't talk to Deanna for 2 hours. 2 hours after, and just what I did.
It was right on time. I'm telling you, it was right on time, because I had already had that thought. Like, I just need to just stop bullshitting and stop hiding and just get on here and do what Antonio told me to do almost 2 years ago.
I gave her the whole Billie Jean's marketing library.
Yeah.
$30,000, and I spent. You. Yeah.
Antonio,
uh-huh.
You need to look at my text. I sent you a text about 3 days ago.
You sure did. I read every word of it, but I was getting so far into attack. I read every word. I was getting so far in attack, I forgot to respond. Yeah, I read every single word, and I'm grateful.
All right, then.
I did. I read every single word the moment you sent it. And it was therapeutic because I was literally pew, 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 spear. You know what I'm saying? So,
I was doing Antonio.
There you go.
I love you, Uncle Jerome. Happy belated birthday.
Yes, happy belated birthday.
Thank you, Damali.
Yeah, so we finna go, but what I'm just saying
birthday.
is Damali deserves so much, she's gonna get it. It's just the idea that what I'm trying to highlight here is that came just because Source told me to do it. I didn't talk to Deanna. And the only reason I told Deanna, I would say, hey, I just gave Damali this. So if you get an email of a strange login, because sometimes it kicks us back that, let it slide. Yeah, that's the only reason I brought it up. You know, it's the only reason I brought it up. It's the only reason I brought it up, because it'll say unusual login from it's just the only reason that I brought it up was for that. She was like, oh, I just told it to Damali, and I just checked on today. So we both checked on you independently the same day. I didn't even check on it. I did what Antonio do. Here, take this. Right, that sounds exactly like me. I do it to Grace all the time. Here, God told me to get this to you. Don't I do it all the time, Grace?
Yep.
Be minding my business. Here, take that. What's this for? Take it. That's not get real strong. You gonna take it or what? Give it back then. Tell the universe you ain't open to receive. Never mind. Let me take it.
That's what he be saying.
That's what I say. That's what I say. All right. That's what I say. So anyway, good question, Jerome. I get the caretaker. I get it, Tracy. I get it. And I get that you're in school and I get you can't speak the way you want to speak. Yes, you can. Anything you want to do, you can. You just have to release whatever is making you say I can't. And until you write it down, you just don't know. You just don't know. You just genuinely do not know. I'm telling y'all, this situation is so bad. But you'll never know it. It ain't on my body, ain't on my face, ain't in my spirit. I can't show up. But thank God for Grace and Deanna feeling Susan, right? But I'm telling you, I started that show up this morning. That's why I had Deanna start off. I say, you know what? I'm beginning about 15 minutes, and because it's rough. It is rough. And it's more like I got a little hedge of protection around me. I speak, we African ancestries, you know. And what happens is I spend a lot of energy keeping that force field strong. And then every so often I gotta isolate. I think I heard somebody say that, maybe it was Tracy. So I gotta isolate. No, it's Damali. I gotta isolate to recharge it and then go back out. You know what I'm saying? Even Jesus went to the Garden of Gethsemane to pray. You gotta do what you gotta do, y'all. Okay? Anyway, appreciate y'all. See you in the morning or whenever we do. If we're not, Damali, in your case, if we're not on YouTube, which we're not, just ask for replays. We got you. Or you got Zoom. Just go in there. I need to pay the bill anyway.
I listen to them whenever I want to.
There you go. Yeah, you got it. Yeah. That's your liberty.
I'll be back. I took a little temporary thing I do in the mornings. So yeah.
Keep it as long as it serves you. Keep it because we are connected like this. It's not a problem at all. It's not a problem at all. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all. Love you. All right, y'all. Have a good night. All right, everybody.